How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host, Mister Sapiosexual. This is another episode of Art for Change. We got an interview with Larry ThePoet. He goes by Poet Williams, aka Larry ThePoet, born and raised in the east side of Bull City. Writer, poet, musical artist, visceral artist, community organizer, healer, the Eastern Wizard. Hey, without further ado, let's bring him up. What's up, my boy?
Yeah. What's goody?
What's happening? What's happening?
How you
We
living?
lacking a few co-hosts today, man. My guys got some personal matters they got to handle, man. Family life comes first.
You know.
But
It's all love.
We're gonna rock out still. We're gonna rock out still, man. First off, foremost, man, how you been, my boy?
Man, cool and family. I can't complain, bro. Living life. You know how I go. Every day we just trying to get to it. You feel me? Keep elevating, keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? How you been?
Blessed, brother, blessed. Hey, man. So, how your first 2 days of the New Year is going, man?
Going pretty smooth, actually. You feel me? Going pretty smooth. I really be intentional, even though this ain't the real New Year. You feel me? It's the fiscal New Year and shit, though. You feel me? I still use the same principles. You feel me? For the beginning and ending of different cycles. You feel me? And that's just basically I try to end a certain way. You feel me? To make sure that I'm starting off. You feel me? In a certain way as well. And so usually that's just making sure that I'm taking that time, you feel me, to do a lot of introspection and shit, you feel me? A lot of looking inward and shit, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about what I need to let go of and shit, you feel me? And what I need to do to kind of move forward and to continue to like reach all my goals and shit. So first couple of days, you feel me, already been really kind of just setting the tone as far as letting me know how I need to be moving and shit, you feel me, this year. It's been going well though, you feel me? There's been challenges and shit, you feel me, instantly, but also, you feel me, I've had the ability to meet those challenges head on, you feel me, and to maneuver and navigate in a real healthy and positive way. So that's where we at.
That's dope. I like that. Now, when I asked the question, when you first started to answer, you said not the real New Year. So elaborate that for the listeners.
Not to get too deep, you feel me, but it's just as simple as like I said, it was the end and it's the beginning of the fiscal year, you feel me, not the actual New Year, you feel me. I'll say that most and a lot of things in life, you feel me, the way that, and I try to stay away from the word, but the way that we're supposed to be living, you feel me, is like in rhythm and in harmony with nature and shit, you feel me? And nature shows us the new year, and that's when the snow melts and shit, you feel me, and the flowers begin to bloom, which happens at the end of winter and the beginning of spring and shit, you feel me? So that's when the real New Year is and shit, you feel me? And you'll notice other places in the world and other cultures, you feel me, they have those celebrations for that true New Year, you feel me, that equinox and shit, you feel me?
Absolutely. That's dope. All right, man. So I got a few questions for you, man. So bear with me, man. We're gonna get through this, all right?
Let's do it.
First off, personal journey. Can you share your personal journey from being a rapper to becoming a social activist and a poet? What inspires you to blend those roles?
We starting off with a heavy hitter, eh? Shit. Yeah, let me see if I can answer the question, but also answer the question to it with a fullness, but also try to be as brief as possible, because that is a kind of loaded question. Right. I started writing when I was 9. Started writing poetry, you feel me? Just like off the top, you feel me? It really kind of came out of nowhere type shit. Started writing poems and shit when I was 9. So this is literally the year 1999. You
right.
feel me? When I was 11, I remember that Christmas my peoples had got me one of them electronic drum pads and shit. Over the course of the next like couple of months, I realized that I could make a beat on the drum pad, and then I could record it and loop it and shit. Yeah. And once I figured that out, I made this beat one day and I looped it, and I literally just picked up my notebook and I read one of my poems to the beat and shit. And then literally after that day, I was like, I guess I can, you know what I'm saying? Like I can rap. I guess I can do this shit. You feel me? Like I guess I, you know what I'm saying? Like if I can do this with this shit, like I literally made the beat on electronic drum pad, read up one of them poems out my book, and recorded the shit on my fucking I had the fucking, you remember the little Walkman shit from Home Alone, the little gray shit with the pull-out microphone? I recorded the shit on that shit. You feel me? On a fucking tape and shit. You feel me? Like back in fucking 2001. So like after then, I'm like, nigga, I can do this shit. You feel me? Like this, and I know I could do that shit. Right. Then shit, I mean, I can skip through some of the other shit. Fast forward to like around the time and shit. You feel me? Like when we met and shit, you feel me? Or like right before we met type shit. But then fast forward to like 2008, 2009, freshman year of college at A&T and shit. I remember, nigga, I was in the fucking dorm room recording them fucking songs and shit, you feel me? On fucking Audacity, the free shit, you feel me, that I downloaded, Audacity, and a fucking Rock Band microphone, the microphone that came with Rock Band, you feel me? No fucking, you know what I'm saying, protectors, no foam, nothing, just literally holding the Rock Band microphone, doing my shit on Audacity from what I learned, you feel me, off YouTube back in the day, and just like, and that's how I was recording all of them shits I was dropping like back in the early college days and shit, you feel me? Right. So then it's interesting because then at the same time when I was in college, you know, skip a lot of the formalities, that's when I ended up getting arrested and catching them 5 felonies. Caught them 5 felonies. Court date was the day before my 21st birthday and shit. So I didn't enroll back in school and shit, you feel me? Spent the next goddamn 2 years dealing with all of that shit, fighting it. So then when I came back home and shit to Durham, kind of still the same situation, you feel me? Like I couldn't get no employment and shit, you feel me? I was kind of, you know, trying to figure shit out and whatnot. And I ended up, long story short, I ended up in a situation where I was literally in the trap one day and shit, you feel me? One of the homies, he had walked me outside because he had heard, and he said, he's like, hey, I heard what you in there talking to the homies about and shit, you feel me? And I was literally in there talking to the homies about crystals, chakras, spirituality, meditation and shit, you feel me? Right. He was like, I heard what you in there talking to the homies, and she's like, I got these people you need to meet and shit. And lo and behold, that next week, when I was when I had all rightful intentions and shit, you feel me, of trying to get to that meeting to meet them folks that my man had put me in touch with, I actually ended up in a situation where I had to run from the police and shit, you feel me? Ended up goddamn getting locked up again and shit. And that whole time on my way downtown, when I was in the back of the car, like all I could think about was, I was like, I'm going to that meeting next week. I'm going to that meeting next week. I'm going to that meeting next week. I don't know what the fuck the devil, you feel me? Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on that, you know what I'm saying, that they stopped me from getting to this shit. But I know if it's that important that this shit happened like this to try to stop me from getting to that meeting, I know whatever I got to do, I'm getting to that fucking meeting next week and shit. You feel me? And right. I did just that. Got to the meeting. I met the folk, and you know, shit just took off from there and shit. You feel me? As far as the whole community organizing shit and the whole advocacy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it just spun into so many different aspects of work and shit, you feel me? Like for formerly incarcerated people directly impacted by the criminal justice and the court systems and shit, you feel me? Like the shit literally took me all over America and shit, you feel me? Like within the first year, nigga, I was in New York, Manhattan for the first time. I was in Cali for the first time. Goddamn, I was in New Orleans for the first time and shit, you feel me? Like in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, and doing so much righteous work and shit, you feel me? In so many different aspects and shit. And so as a part of me, learning more about what it means to be an organizer, what it means to be an abolitionist, what it means to be an advocate, what it means to do work and to serve your community and the folk that you represent and shit, you feel me? There was a big process of me kind of like of actually like figuring out, you know what I'm saying, like where I wanted to be, what type of work I really wanted to focus in on and shit, you feel me, where I wanted to align myself. And as I was trying to figure out that process, I had a lot of elders, a lot of big brothers, big sisters, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that help hold me and guide me. And people that always encouraged me and shit, you feel me? Not only, you feel me, to continue to use my art, you feel me, my writing, my poetry, my raps, my lyrics, you feel me, but then also like purely from the artistic standpoint, but then also think about like how that can convert and converge into the work in different ways. For instance, you feel me, taking my writing ability and my artistic and my creative thinking, you feel me, skills, and transforming that into grant writing skills. You feel me? Transforming that into into skills for like speeches, for like public engagement, you feel me? Speaking at the state legislature, speaking at city council meetings and things like that, just addressing the community in general facilitation skills, you know what I'm saying? And then so as I continue to develop and to kind of find my lane, as I said, a lot of the things just kind of ended up being natural. I know last year and like the year before that, I was in spaces a lot where we were doing mental health retreats, artistic retreats for youth, you feel me, middle school students, high school students, even undocumented students, you feel me? And so again, I'm in there, again, being somebody who's born and raised in the city, directly impacted. So somebody that the young folk know, I come from the same place that they come from. I've dealt with and navigated the same issues that they're currently dealing with, that their family members, older brothers, cousins, fathers, you feel me, are currently dealing with. And so it's easy to resonate. It's easy for me to connect with them. And then so for me to space for me to not only be able to, so again, how I just described, but for me to be able to not only take my artistic skills and abilities to share poems, songs, rap lyrics, you feel me, and then show them the real-time translation as to what I was talking about, you feel me, how what I did helped me to navigate a certain trauma or a certain harm, you feel me, and also to bring in like the mental health aspects of it and different aspects of it, you feel me. As an example, I remember like on one of the retreats, ended up sitting up talking with two young folk till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, you feel me. And throughout the conversation, you feel me, like little bro letting me know, like, yeah, man, I usually only talk about stuff like this to kids my age or my therapist, you feel me. And I'm like, and then I'm thinking like, well, what does that mean that a 12-year-old kid just told me from his own mouth that he usually only talks about these things to other 12-year-old kids or his therapist? Meaning he's sharing things with me he hasn't even talked with his mother about, hasn't talked with his father about, hasn't talked with his teachers about, you know what I'm saying? Like a direct translation of how, you feel me, the art and the work, you feel me, combined, you feel me, like is real time making a difference and having a long lasting effect, you feel me, like in community and where it really matters, you dig? Yeah, I think I want to stop there because it's a lot more, you feel me, that I could like say on that to kind of really bring a full circle. But I think that suffices and want to leave space because I know you got some other questions as well, and even just to give you time to respond to that too.
I like that, bro. So you are basically the epitome for art for change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope, man. So, how does someone become an organizer, and what is the direction you give someone who is trying to do that?
This another heavy question. I like this shit though. But and I'm gonna talk through this shit in real time too. I ain't gonna do too much thinking inside my head. I'm trying to think about whether I give like a what I would call a professional answer or whether I give a super real answer.
We want the super real answer over here. We want the organic you.
You feel me? So ask me the question one more time.
So, what if someone was trying to become an organizer? How would they go about doing that? And what would your advice be to someone who is in that field or is trying to get in that field?
Huh. Damn. I hate to do this, but I kind of want to do it to kind of set the tone for what I'm talking about, right? So you know how it's fraternities and sororities and shit, right?
Right.
And especially the black ones, the Divine Nine, right?
Right.
And you know, and I mean nowadays, you know, I'm not a part of no fraternity or sorority. Much love and respect to those who are, but yeah, and nowadays I don't know if it's such a big deal. People might not care as much, but I know, you know what I'm saying, back in the day and coming up, I'll just say there was a clear difference. You feel me? Even amongst the folks themselves, there was a clear difference between those people who went through the process, you feel me, and earned their stripes and that shit in a certain way, and the people who join fraternities and sororities by signing paperwork afterward.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So I'll say that, and this is personal, you feel me? And it's personal because of different reasons, because of some of my experiences I've had with organizing here locally, you feel me, like in the city that I'm born and raised from. But
but your problem may be someone
and
else's problem, so that's good to shine light on.
Yeah, and not that I need to like set the tone in any way, but just because of the type of business that I stand on before I say what I'm about to say, I want to say, like, it's not like super personal in that way, because much love and respect to all of the ancestors that came before me through this path and different pathways and shit, you feel me? But I'm gonna still stand on the business of what I'm about to say on for today's world. So in the same way that I just said what I said to bring up, you know what I'm saying, about the fraternity shit, there's fuck it, I'm just saying there's people who go to college.
Yeah.
There's people who go to school and shit, you feel me? The same way that people like go to school to be a doctor, or go to school to be a lawyer, go to school to be a physician, go to school to be a psychiatrist and shit, you feel me? People go to schools, to institutions, to learn how to be organizers.
Right. Okay.
Right? But then there's people like me who grew up a part of gang culture, grew up a part of drug culture, grew up a part of dealing with gun violence, being a part of gun violence. You feel me? Directly impacted by all of those things in real time. Family members and my own personal story. You feel me?
Right.
And then, like, with elements of the part of my story that I have shared so far, you feel me, like being able to see the direct transition between me being directly impacted, me getting locked up, me catching charges, me not being able to find employment in any type of way, me not being able to apply for housing, me not being able to apply to go back to school and shit, you feel me? And the way that I was held and guided and led and molded into being an organizer naturally.
Right.
You feel me? And the reason that I personally, you feel me, have this stance is because one thing that I've been doing this shit a decade, 10 piece now, you feel me? One thing that I know for sure is I'm sorry, and I got to say, it's a difference between the majority of the people who go to college to be an organizer and the people who like do this shit because it's cute or because it's cool or because it's popping right now and shit, you feel me? And like people who do this shit because they reasons is rooted in something real.
Right.
You feel me? Like that's why it's hard for so many people to be an organizer, because at the end of the day, to keep it simple, they just don't get it. You feel me? Like, if I don't get it, I mean, you feel me? It's like, it's certain people who just, I mean, and this, you know, it's like that in any aspect of life with anything and shit, you feel me? Like, it's certain people who just cut for this shit, and there's certain people who not, you know what I'm saying? Like, organizing, like, it's certain things that, like, certain aspects of the shit, like, yeah, you need to, like, learn certain things. But as far as, like, bro, you know how to talk to your people and activate your people. You know what gets your people moving. You know what gets your people fired up and shit. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But the main point I want to make is that you gotta want to do this shit. You feel me? You gotta want to not only see change, but you gotta want to be the change and shit. You feel me? You don't want to be the person that's sitting around waiting on somebody to save you, that's waiting on somebody to bring you, you know what I'm saying, a play, to bring you whatever, you feel me? You got to be the person, you feel me? You're not waiting on somebody to give you a seat at the table. You got to be somebody that's trying to fucking create your own damn table.
Yes,
or
sir.
flip the motherfuckers that got the goddamn table type shit, you feel me? Like, just keeping it a buck, you feel me? Because like I said, after a 10 piece in this shit, you feel me? I'm tired of all the half-ass shit. I'm tired of all of the cutesy shit, you feel me? The quirky shit, the wanna be cool shit, you feel me? It's like, nah, I do this shit for some real shit. Like, I do this shit for 7 generations down the fucking line. So 7 generations down and shit, you feel me? Like, they gonna know my fucking name. They gonna know who the fuck Larry the Poet Williams was, because that's the fucking legacy that I set forward by the work that I put in and shit. You feel me? That much work. You feel me? 700 years from now, my family still gonna be fucking honoring my name and shit. You feel me? Smoking blunts in my name, pouring out goddamn liquor in my name and shit. You feel me? If you don't want fucking freedom and liberation that fucking bad, you know what I'm saying? Go do some other shit. You feel me? We need real soldiers and warriors in this shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Because that's what you is at the end of the day. You feel me? This shit that we do, it's dangerous work. You feel me? That's what you got to understand. If you not doing work, you feel me, to where you don't know that, like, bro, motherfuckers want to kill me for this shit. I'm trying to save all black people. I'm trying to enlighten all black people. I'm trying to have, you feel me, abolishment. You feel me, in the real sense of this shit, you dig? Like, if you ain't trying to get there with it, yeah, don't try to be an organizer. Like I said, go do some other shit. You feel me? Yeah, that's how I feel about that. Ski. What's happening? Yeah.
BheeYou didn't stand up here like that, man.
Hey man, hey, you know I had to go on today.
Knowing this nigga, that ain't no cup of pineapple juice.
Dressed up, he must have been on a date with the missus.
Man.
Hey, shut me down, tell me right quick, Mister.
Huh? He said he gotta get his things going good real quick.
Mm-hmm. But
Hey,
shit,
so
did what I say? Did it resonate? Was it clear what I was expressing and shit? You feel me?
absolutely. Basically, you're saying that don't be an organizer because you think that it's trendy or because it's cute. If you're going to be an organizer, be an organizer because you have a passion of making a change.
You feel me? The way that this life shit work and shit, you feel me? It's like, yeah, the energy will set it up right. You feel me? I ain't got to do no bunch of explaining on what you got to do to be an organizer and shit. You feel me? Do what I said from the groundwork. Just make sure that your intentions is pure and grounded in something real. You feel me? And the universe will set the rest of this shit up. You feel me? Just like it's done for me and everybody else. You feel me? Ask Martin Luther King how the fuck he became an organizer, right?
Right.
Yeah, you feel me? Like,
so
ask Rosa Parks how the fuck she became an organizer, right? Like, you feel me? They looked at the fucking times they was in, the harms and the traumas they was dealing with, and realized what the fuck they needed and how they needed to activate and shit, you feel me, to save their fucking lives.
Right.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
They didn't need no college for that and shit, you feel me?
Yeah, it's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
So for the listeners who don't know what an organizer is, elaborate what an organizer is for them.
Keep it simple as possible. An organizer is somebody that can speak to, gather, catalyze, and activate people in a given moment, you feel me, or over the course of many moments, you feel me, towards a single action or an extended movement.
Okay. That was very well said. I like how you did that there.
I'm gonna try to keep it, you feel me? I'm gonna give you the balance and shit, you feel me? You did, like I said, I'm gonna give you the real and shit, you feel me? But also, you know what I'm saying, just in regards to like conversations I was having with some earlier folk, you feel me? Like, this the thing, I'm gonna have fun with my shit, you feel me? But also, I'm never gonna, and not saying anything about, but I'm never gonna give any nigga the opportunity to even think that he could like try to insult my intelligence or my experience and shit, you feel me? Because I damn sure know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You did.
So to simplify it for the other people, an organizer is a leader.
You feel me?
You went in depth for the higher ones, but for the people, just to simplify it, is for the lead, for an organizer is a leader, pretty much.
Yeah. In his own right, you feel me, or in different rights and different aspects.
Yes. Okay.
So what are some of your biggest influence in poetry and music, and how does that shape your style?
Some of my favorite poets are, one of my longtime homies, all the way back to like middle school and shit, high school. They go by the name of Eli. My homegirl, my sis, Lakey, Malika. She another derm. You feel me, dermite. The homie Shakes, another Dermite. You feel me? Some powerful poets. The homie Mayday, who he's an artist, you feel me, in general. He do all type of things, you feel me? But the way that he, you know what I'm saying, his skills with just being just freestyling and free versing and shit, you feel me? Like really coming off the top and shit, you feel me? That shit like magic, that shit poetry in motion for real and shit, you feel me? The way he kick his shit, goddamn, you feel me? Shit. Honestly, goddamn, you feel me? I got to shout out, goddamn, you feel. I called my boy Squirt McGirt, goddamn, you feel me? Low key, goddamn. Nigga was making me
Mister.
goddamn. Nigga was making me proud when I started seeing you, goddamn, building your confidence and shit. You feel me? Started dropping your shit, goddamn. You feel me? Niggas see that be the shit. You don't never know who be watching and shit, who be keeping up and shit. You feel me? The whole time when I start seeing you dropping your shit on Threads, dropping your shit on goddamn Instagram and shit. I said, okay, look at my nigga, goddamn. He start goddamn, you feel me, getting right and shit, goddamn, you feel me. And it ain't like he dropping no whack shit, goddamn, you feel me. Like everything that my nigga dropped, the shit fire and shit, you feel me. You can tell that he goddamn been thinking about the shit. You can tell that shit coming from the heart, you know what I'm saying? And he got the word play and he got the metaphors and shit, you feel me. Like it ain't nothing to do but respect the shit and the goddamn enjoy the motherfucking, the beauty of the motherfucking, the poetry and shit, you feel me. So many different goddamn, you know what I'm saying, aspects. And then goddamn rappers, you know what I'm saying, solely rappers, but you know, it's kind of like a mixture. But I don't know, so when you asked the question, this made me think about how I'm gonna say it like this and see if it has actually changed any bit. Well, for the longest, and that Skeet, you might remember because they go all the way back to then, but even a little bit before then. But nah, even about back to then though, it's about 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
My
it's
top five, nigga.
2008.
Who my top five, nigga? And not even in any particular order at this point now and shit, you feel me? But who my top five? Lil Wayne, Lupe Fiasco, Joel Santana, Lloyd Banks, Kendrick. You feel me? And J. Cole was that number 6, goddamn, you feel me? Like right there, runner up type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And goddamn shit. So okay, if I keep it G, you feel me, and think about it now, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be fucking bold enough to put myself above nobody in my top 5, even out of fucking respect. You feel me? Not to say that I don't think I goddamn can't keep up with any of them niggas and shit. You feel me? Especially at this point, but goddamn, niggas got to know how to pay homage and shit. You feel me? And goddamn, just be humble, you feel me, and don't try to be too big for your own britches and shit, goddamn, you feel me. But
I got a question with that being said, because I remember our freshman year at A&T, and you was heavy on Lupe, like heavy, like heavy. And then who dropped? Drake dropped. Drake dropped with Lil Wayne, It shit, all that shit. While we was at A&T, and we was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
That's when we was in the circle smoking that mango kush. We ain't never had that. We ain't never had no nigga. We smoking Arizona and all that shit, and Reggie before that.
Damn, I remember that shit too.
Right outside of that
circle, nigga. Damn, yes, sir. Bumping that goddamn. It was probably that Uptown,
Uptown It shit. I just want to be successful with Trey Songz and And it was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Crazy shit is, I don't even know exactly, but I don't listen to no Lupe like that no more. You feel me? Yeah. And that be the shit. Even still with that, he's still in my top 5 based off of fucking Food and Liquor and and the second album, which I can't call the name of right now, but off the first 2 albums and shit, you feel me? Them shits is still way heavier than most of the shit that niggas is dropping today and shit. You feel me? Like they could still go back right now, play the shit right now, and they get a straight playthrough. Every track is a goddamn, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna hit you in some type of way and shit. You feel me? But then also I stopped fucking with Lupe after he did that shit on Rhythm and Flow and shit. You feel me? When he did that one Young Boy real dirty like that and shit. You feel me? Like it was the kind of, I'm saying it like this, but the crazy kid who got up there on like the dark goddamn rock punk gothic shit, goddamn and shit. You feel me? And like he literally cut that nigga off after like 10-15 seconds type shit and was like talking down on that nigga and shit. You feel me? And I'm like, but wait a minute, bro. This supposed to be some real shit. Just because you as an individual don't fuck with this type of music or what the fuck he's spitting, you have to be smart enough and realistic enough to admit and realize that there are millions of young motherfuckers and motherfuckers in general who are on that type of music and shit. You feel me? And from a goddamn the standpoint of what the shit be about, you feel me? That shit would have sold and did more than whoever the fuck they ended, you know what I'm saying? The niggas that they passed through the rounds and shit, you feel me? Like, so from that standpoint, I was like, I got to stop fucking with you a little bit because that's not the type of shit that I'm about, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Say that you don't fuck with some shit, but don't goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Especially on, it won't live TV and shit, you feel me? But that was a national goddamn, you feel me? Like shit at that point, you feel me? Like to do a motherfucker like that on, you know what I'm saying, on a national platform, that shit was just greasy. And a motherfucker like you who know how hard it is in the game and in the industry and shit, you feel me? Mm-hmm. That showed me something about the nigga's integrity and his personal character, you feel me? Regardless of what else I know about him through the music and shit. Right.
So,
that just is what it is, but still respect, you feel me, for them projects, you feel me, and for the
so he's been very biased towards
hell yeah, the cool. And then, you know, Drake, at this point, like I said, early Drake, it was what it was and shit, you feel me? But then, you know, I ain't really I mean, just the quick and easiest thing to say is like Kendrick has summed it up. Kendrick summed it up last year. You feel me? At all of everything that why we don't fuck with Drake and why niggas shouldn't fuck with Drake and shit, you feel me? Again, but you know, like I'm an organizer and shit now, you feel me? I'm not just you know what I'm saying? I'm not the nigga that I was 10 years ago or 15 years ago and shit, you feel me? And so I have a higher awareness and shit, you feel me? And it's like I still, you know, like I still smoke I still sip, you know what I'm saying? I'm still me and shit, you feel me? But as far as my mind and my spirit and shit, you feel me? I don't allow the tricks out here and the distractions and the fake shit, the goddamn, you feel me? Like I don't let my eyes get covered by the veil in that way no more and shit, you feel me? Where I'ma just listen to this shit because it's a bop. You feel me? I'ma listen. Like nigga, you know, I like anybody that been like, you know, like I literally don't listen to the radio. You feel me? I literally don't watch the shit that everybody's telling me that I should watch right now and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Like I literally don't stick to the script that everybody sticks to and shit. You feel me? That keep niggas trapped in the matrix and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? And like everything that Drake represents and shit, you feel me? It's like it just be funny because then when you look at that nigga's fan base and all of his fanboys and fangirls, it'd be like what nobody wants to admit. It's like y'all niggas are the problem in the world right now, in the real world, in the social media world and shit. You feel me? Like y'all motherfuckers thinking that the way that y'all live and the things that y'all do is actually cool when y'all really lame.
Yeah, I think,
but motherfuckers don't call shit like that out no more because motherfuckers got money, motherfuckers got clout, motherfuckers got 1 million followers.
But Kendrick did.
Hey, the Mad Hatter Marshall said The Cool is one of his favorite albums.
Yeah, that was the second joint, bro. It's a classic. It's a classic, instant classic. You feel me?
I gotta turn this power on so my laptop don't die. 1 second, y'all. Y'all keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think what Drake is, and I ain't even mad at Drake because he played the game. The nigga been relevant since he dropped. Literally, he played the game. You know, we could call him fake. We could call him, you know, manipulative. You know, we could do all that, but we can't take nothing from him.
So you can't take nothing from him, bro.
No, you can't take nothing from him because, yeah, he lost that battle to fucking Kendrick, but he's still gonna be relevant.
It's still gonna be relevant.
But relevant to who and in what ways?
I mean, he built a lot of fans, so I mean, he gonna be relevant to a lot of people.
But think about what I just said. Think about what I just said.
I thought about it,
and then I'm gonna say it again.
It's
relevant to who and in what ways. If the nigga about to continue to do the fake shit and do all the goddamn the technology shit that keep motherfuckers locked into the matrix, I don't give a fuck about the shit because I stopped trying to save all of them motherfuckers.
No, I don't give a fuck about it either, but
you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I ain't trying to take nothing away from the nigga. You feel me? They don't even that.
The nigga career is not ended. He lost. Yes, he lost, but nigga career not ended. He lost, and like nigga, he got stepped on by what do you say? A size 7 men's on. Kendrick stepped on that nigga.
I mean, come on, bro. Even after goddamn 50 goddamn smacked the fuck out of Ja Rule, that nigga still came back, motherfucker, all these years later, and even still after the goddamn scam, the nigga still was goddamn doing shows and shit after that and shit. Goddamn, you feel me, with Ashanti and shit. So goddamn, you feel me? Nah,
that's the core
niggas. Yeah, nah, niggas goddamn, nah, this shit ain't never over and shit. You feel me? But it's
Drake way bigger than Ja Rule though, so that's
yeah. But what I want to say is and shit. You feel me? It's fuck it. Let me say this. It goes to show how absolutely dumb certain people are. and I mean, I guess I can't hold hard because strictly from the standpoint, and I mean, I guess that's the thing that I have that I will admit. You feel me? This shit ain't that deep for a lot of people or most people and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
As far as like certain motherfuckers, like they kind of don't care. They just listen to the music and shit. Goddamn, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so, like, you'll never get through to one of them motherfuckers and shit. You feel me? As far as like to try to be like nigga, why shit? I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna listen to Drake. I'm listening to whoever the fuck I want to. And it's like, yeah, cool, you got that right. Exactly, yeah. Listen to whoever the fuck you want to, gang. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't really rub me, you know what I'm saying, that much either way. But like, it still, you feel me, for me, it's like it just shows me and shit, you feel me? Cause it's like, nah, that shit is that deep and shit, you feel me? And it does matter that much and shit, you feel me? Now I still honor and shit, you feel me, all of myself and shit, you feel me? Same way, like I said, nigga, I still smoke, I still sip, nigga, I still listen to my demon music, if that's what you want to call it and shit, goddamn, you feel me? But guess what? I know what the fuck I'm doing whilst I'm listening to that shit. I know what I'm activating and shit, you feel me? I know what chakras I'm charging and shit, you feel me? And I know what I'm utilizing that energy for and shit, you feel me? It's still not haphazard. It's still not by happenstance. It's still not random. It's still very intentional and shit, you feel me, and focused and shit, you feel me? And that's the difference between a crash out and a cash out. Next question.
God damn. Hold on. I got a question already.
Next question.
Hey, what the fuck, nigga? Hey, so what do you call demon music?
I mean, yeah, but niggas, NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, Chief Keef. Yeah, nigga, this shit, demon time and shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Lower fire, lower chakra energy, first chakra, you feel me? First chakra, root chakra, survival energy and shit, you feel me? The key is, you remember when we was talking the other day and shit, and you was like, oh, so you learned how to goddamn move your energy and manipulate your energy and shit, you feel me? Yeah, you got to learn how to pull that lower fire into your heart fire and shit, you feel me? That's when you become an alchemist and shit, you feel me? When you turn that lower fire into heart fire and shit, goddamn, you feel me? That's when you activate in a way, you feel me, where you moving truly righteous and shit, you feel me? Like, that's when you have a different understanding. And so like I said, you know how you're utilizing that energy and shit, you feel me? It's not random and shit, you feel me? That's when you can manifest shit in a different way and shit. You feel me? That's when you can goddamn like shit happening in real time in a different way and shit. You feel me? Because you're in control of the energy. The energy's not controlling you.
All right, what you're saying, that's a strong word, manifest. What do you think the biggest thing you've manifested for yourself? I'm on some shit. You know, I hopped in a little late. I'm on some shit though.
It's yet to come.
I like that.
It's yet to come. That's the most real answer I can give. It's yet to come because it's in the midst of happening. You feel me? The era of my life and the version of myself that I'm stepping into right now is the biggest manifestation, you feel me, that I will be accomplishing to date and shit, you feel me? Because it's been calculated and been guided and been in flow and been allowed and shit, you feel me, to happen and not forced to happen and shit, you feel me, for such a time now and shit, you feel me, that like I'm moving with such a goddamn a confidence and such a aim and integrity and shit, you feel me, that like I'm undeniable and shit, you feel me. I know that everything is the same way that I know that I am. You dig? Immaturity, bro said, immaturity is running rampant. We have a very immature society and we're looking at other countries. That's big facts. That's big facts.
So who said that?
Yeah.
Okay, Marshall.
I'd be surprised on a daily basis, just in so many different instances. And I'd be having to remind myself. I'd be like, bro, like, I'll be literally having this. I'll be like, bro, these are not children. These are full-grown adults talking like this and thinking like this and acting like this, bro. I'm like, yo, this shit is insane. Like, low key, this shit is actually like insane, bro. Like, who the fuck is raising these motherfuckers? Like, who is raising these motherfuckers out here and shit? You feel me? Or is that motherfuckers just that goddamn rebellious or that goddamn just wanting to, you know what I'm saying? It was weird because like we was rebellious and we did our own thing, but it's like one, we still had like respect for our fucking elders and for like the people that came before us and shit. You feel me? Like to a certain extent, you feel me? Like even like I swear to God, like even if we literally like lied to your face and still went and did whatever the fuck we wanted to do anyway and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like we still would do that, but these motherfuckers are just goddamn like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Young folks and people in general is kind of weird. That's the only word I can really use to describe it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers a little weird nowadays and shit. You feel me? I guess in respect to my experience growing up and shit, you feel me? And like how I perceive my life and how I think, you feel me? Like people should generally interact and express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I always have to remind myself that my reality is my reality and every individual person's reality is their individual reality and shit. You feel me? The thing that's actually real and that's actually connects us and centers us all is actuality. You understand?
Yeah. Hey, so with that being said, with you're growing up in Durham and you know, Bull City, you know, you took me there in the Cadillac, the old school Cadillac, all that. You already know, you know.
Niggas to the east side.
You think if you would have went somewhere else, how different do you think you would have been if you grew up like somewhere else?
That's a good damn question. I don't really know how to answer that question because,
and that's okay.
yeah, you could never. I mean, the truth is you can never know. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I could I think maybe one thing I could say is that, or the first one, yeah, one of the things I could say is that growing up in a different environment, I think definitely potentially would have activated like some different abilities and shit, you feel me, for me, or maybe activated some of my abilities in a different order and shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, you feel me, say I grew up in a place and shit, you feel me, that didn't have as even of a cycle that like North Carolina has and shit, you feel me, where we generally have like half the year and shit, you feel me, it's warmer and more pleasant weather and shit, you feel me, and the other half of the year is like more, you know what I'm saying, colder, you know what I'm saying, in the house kind of weather and shit. If I grew up somewhere where it was like more of a 70-30 and shit, you feel me, where it was more tropical and more warm, you feel me, more of the year, meaning I would be outside more, in nature more and shit, goddamn, you feel me?
Yeah.
I could say, you feel me, knowing what I know now, that like I said, some different shit might have activated within me and shit, you feel me? And I just might have probably still been a writer, still probably would have been playing sports and different shit, you feel me? But it might sound a little different and shit, you feel me? It might have been a different aspect of the artwork and shit, you feel me? But then
yeah, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, and then I was just gonna say the first thing the question actually made me think about though was the fact that a lot of people don't know this, is, you know what I'm saying, that ain't really like no big secret or no shit, but like my first, like, so when I was in K4, kindergarten 4, kindergarten 5, and first grade, I went to a private school here and shit, you feel me, called Liberty Christian School and shit, you feel me, when it was still on Liberty Street in the East. And I went to that private school for them first 3 years, like I said, but then when I got to second grade and shit, you feel me, I started going to Oak Grove and shit, you feel me, the public elementary school and shit, you feel me. And I literally remember that day, my pops was driving me to school and shit, you feel me, and I asked my pops and shit, you feel me, I was like, Dad, why am I going to this different school now and shit, you feel me? And yeah, that shit was it was a little eerie now looking back on this shit, but the nigga literally pulled the car over and stopped. You feel me? The nigga literally pulled the car over and stopped. And he turned and looked at me and he said, he said, son, he's like, you need to know what the real world is like. And then he turned back and goddamn and shit, you feel me, threw it in drive and then drove me to school and then dropped me off and shit, goddamn, you feel me? And I always remembered and always thought about it, and I never really realized it until I got older, until I got around like college and shit, to really realize like what he meant and the depth of how important that was and shit, you feel me? And so just to give like some framing, the Christian school that I went to, so again, kindergarten 4, kindergarten 5, and first grade. So my nigga, this is literally in 1994, 1995, and 1996. Every day for breakfast and lunch, a nigga ate Chick-fil-A. Nigga got Chick-fil-A biscuits for breakfast with the sides and the drink every single day for breakfast and every single day for lunch. A nigga either got the chicken sandwich with the fries, the chicken nuggets with the tots, ice cream, little whatever. And
damn,
shit,
I thought I had it good.
You feel me? At the Christian school and shit, you feel me? As a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7, got the second grade, got the goddamn public school and shit, you feel me? Yeah, Tony's Pizza, nigga, tater tots, milk, nigga. Yeah, nigga, eat it up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Peas, nigga, carrots, nigga, goddamn baked chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But then also just like public school and shit, goddamn, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, we know what the fuck that shit was like and shit, you feel me? And so when I got them, like I said, when I got older and realized, and I'm like, cause, you know, my pops from Winston-Salem and shit, my mom's from West Bay and shit, you feel me? Stanley County, goddamn, like 30 minutes from Charlotte and shit, goddamn, you feel me? So she like country, goddamn girl type shit, but they, you know what I'm saying, like hood country type shit, goddamn, you feel me? And then my pops from Winston-Salem and shit, goddamn, you feel me? So niggas know how Winston-Salem get down on the low ski too, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't think it's sweet out there neither. So goddamn type shit, like that's what I come from. And yeah, understanding it's like how my pops and shit, you feel me, was preparing me for the real world and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like again, just to even go back to that reference, like nigga, understand, like, hold up, nigga, I'm getting Chick-fil-A for breakfast and lunch at school every day, nigga.
I ain't
We're
eating that at home.
At home, my nigga.
Yeah.
We're not getting that at home, my nigga. I'm getting home from school. I'm busting open packs of noodles. I'm busting open cans of tuna. I'm busting open packs of fucking Ritz crackers and shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
We are not eating Chick-fil-A at home, gang. And I'm getting this shit at school, nigga.
Nigga, I'm glad to go to school.
No, just had to goddamn check me into reality, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nigga, that shit's sweet, but that ain't even where we come from, nigga.
Right.
That's you gotta understand and know that's actually a privilege for you, my nigga, as a young nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And you got that shit, but now it's time I got to show you the real world now and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? You got to get out here and earn fucking Chick-fil-A, nigga.
Yeah.
You don't just get Chick-fil-A, nigga, and shit just because you got them go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, that shit might seem like nothing to nigga, but again, that's the difference between a nigga that listen to Kendrick and a nigga that listen to Drake. The nigga that listen to Kendrick will understand the depth and what the fuck I'm saying and what the fuck I just mean. Nigga that listen to Drake, he don't see no goddamn like nigga, your parents wasn't making enough money to buy you Chick-fil-A. That's how Drake niggas think. Facts or nah?
Hey, hold
facts or nah? Nah, don't hold. Facts or nah, nigga? Okay.
Hey, hold on. I got
Next
something
question.
to say now. Nah, ain't no next question. I got some shit to say.
He said next question.
Nigga, I got some shit to say because I fuck with Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. And you know what? What you just made me realize, nigga, me and Antonio stayed on the same block. And you know where we was at, BK Hill. And like, nigga, I gravitated more towards his house. Like, I think we wanted, I don't know how the fuck we interchanged because we had two different lives, bro. Like, we had two different lives. And we were at the point it was like, yo, this nigga is pretty much the opposite of me, but the same. And we just, they say opposites attract. We meshed together. Like, I ain't saying I had more than him. I ain't saying he had more than me, but we had different shit.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
What's your sign? Tom?
Aquarius.
Nigga, we meshed.
Keep talking.
Huh?
Keep talking, Skeet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, keep talking, Skeet. I'm just pulling something up. I'm trying to look at something real quick.
Oh, okay.
Y'all not opposite, but y'all goddamn. Tone sit at like 10 o'clock, and Skeet, you sit at like 2 o'clock.
What you talking, bro?
I'm just looking at the zodiac. Keep going. Keep talking what you was talking about, Skeet.
Oh, did we lose Skeet? Did we lose BheeYou?
Oh, bro, shit went black. Yeah, we can wait a second. me see what Brett told me. He said, why sexual abuse and sexual harassment, but they parading around in naked dresses. The dress of 2024 had to be the naked dress. Bro, you know what? I'm gonna stay away from that topic. as a community organizer, I'm gonna stay away from that topic. But salute to you, my boy. I'm gonna kindly stay away from that one. Goddamn this shit, you feel me? Hey,
what do
you gotta. All I'm gonna say, you gotta kind of just find you a wholesome one. Just find you a righteous one and shit. You feel me? But you gotta let motherfuckers do what they want to do and be who they want to be and shit. You feel me? Nowadays, no matter what that is and shit. You feel me? And no matter what they think that is, you feel me? And regardless to what it really is, goddamn shit. You feel me?
That's real rap.
That is.
So let me ask you, bro. In your opinion, what is the most important message to convey through your work?
Well, I tell my story. A lot of motherfuckers know. But honestly, only a few motherfuckers know. Like up until the last album that I just dropped and shit, you feel me? Like this album that I just dropped, this really the first. Okay, nah, I gotta hold that statement. There's one other project that is actually for somebody else as well, but this is the first project that is really about, like, it was truly like, for me, it was about more than myself and shit. You feel me?
Right.
Skeet said Adam back in. Oh, I know you getting them right. But yeah, this the first one that was really about more than myself and shit. All my music and shit, you feel me? Like, and all my writings, like, that shit be about me. You feel me? That shit, like even like how I explained this shit, you feel me, about like how I first started writing and first started rapping and shit, you feel me, like back there in that young age. And then what I realized was, and shit, you feel me, I had literally written and like navigated like my whole like childhood or youth, if you you know what I'm saying, if you would saying shit, you feel me, like my middle school, my high school and shit, you feel me, like up into college and shit. I realized like, oh, so then once I actually had like the language and understanding to connect to it, I'm like, oh, like this is like my form of healing and shit. You feel me? Like it's my form of expression. It's my form of healing. This is how I navigate all of the different multiplicities of life and shit. You feel me? And so yeah, like that's just one of the messages and shit. You feel me? If I could say, is just like about the healing capabilities and shit, you feel me, of writing and music, or just any type of artistic expression in general, you feel me, honestly. And then but then if you want to take it a little deeper and shit, you feel me, like really the use of music and versing and writing, you feel me, as a tool of manifestation, you feel me, but also a tool of catalyzing thought. You feel me? You can, because I don't like that. You can't, like, I don't try to change motherfuckers and shit. You feel me? I don't try to goddamn necessarily like teach or preach to a motherfucker no more and shit. You feel me? But like, I try to catalyze and shit. You feel me? A thought. You feel me? Being able to see from a different perspective that you might not have necessarily seen before and shit. You feel me? So then you can come to what you come to on your own accord and shit. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, are kind of the messages I like to convey.
I respect that. So, what
Hold
are
on,
your
hold on. I'm gonna got now. We got Skeet back and shit. I know he had something he wanted to share.
Yeah,
BheeYou?
yeah. Hey, so back to I don't know where y'all left off on, but nigga, we was on the same block, lived 2 different lives. But we had meshed together so well. Like really, really well. Like that nigga, that was my right hand nigga, Green Explorer, all that. Like all that shit, nigga. The nigga was at college more than me, and I went to college. He was at AT. Yeah, so it's like it's that understanding. It's like, yo, I want to be like this nigga, and maybe he want to be like me. But if we put 2 and 2 together, nigga, we can be great.
Absolutely.
I like that.
We can be great. You know, 2 minds don't think alike, but we put them together. Hey,
Awesome.
that's a strong mind. That's a strong mind.
That's supreme facts.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme facts.
That's big facts.
Hey, so poet, wait, where you see yourself in 5 years?
Technically, it's 2025, 2030.
My bad.
Damn, that's a.
I know it's a good one.
It's a loaded question, right?
It's a see. I'm different from different people. I almost don't like the.
All right, let me. I'll split you. I'll make it easier.
What you about to say?
What's your next goals? What's your goals coming up for the next couple of years? Because you know we got to set goals and then we accomplish them. That's how we keep growing. So you got to keep making goals.
But okay, so in regards to some of the stuff that I was saying earlier, and then how you just said what you just said and shit, you feel me? Like how I answered the question about like what's my biggest manifestation to date and shit, you feel me, right?
Yeah.
In that same essence and respect and shit, you feel me? Like again, I know that like where and how my energy is focused and flowing right now and shit, you feel me? That like I've been in and I'm still currently in God training and shit, you feel me? And so I'm right on time, you feel me, in every aspect of my life and shit, you feel me, as far as being on the path to my true highest self and shit, you feel me? And so yeah, the next however many years and shit, you feel me, like I'm just that much closer to achieving that and shit, you feel me? Certain things, a lot of people, like this was you got to like whatever you think and shit, you feel me, is true for you and shit, you feel me? And like, yeah, we do have to goddamn do our visioning and do our goddamn our manifestation and our goal settings and shit, goddamn, you feel me? But also, like I spoke to earlier and have been speaking to and will continue to speak to and champion and shit, you feel me? Like you have to, and niggas might not be able to keep up and shit, you feel me? Not saying y'all, but anybody who may hear this or listen to this and shit, you feel me? But you have to be able to be led by your higher self. You feel me? Like you have to, as much as you have to stand on business and activate in certain ways in the physical, you have to be able to be led spiritually and shit. You feel me? Like, because that's the key to certain things and shit. You feel me? I can't remember if I said this last time, but like, as an example and shit, you feel me? Like the story about like how I'm in the position that I'm currently in and about to be in now. Like I had participated in this program and shit, you feel me? For this Eastern Community Design. Long story short, fast forward. After the shit, this lady had reached out to me to do an interview and shit, you feel me, about like how the program went and shit, you feel me, my thoughts on it, all of that and shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
Saturday that the interview was supposed to happen and shit, I was just goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I was really tight bullshitting you feel me? Saturday, you know what I'm saying? I done smoked a blunt or two. I'm goddamn just like laying around watching whatever type shit. And I'm like, man, I ain't even finna go to this shit, goddamn, you feel me? But then goddamn like spirit, goddamn, you feel me, like kicked in and was like, what you mean you're not gonna go and shit, nigga?
Yeah.
If you didn't want to go or said that you wasn't gonna go, you should have just told her that you didn't want to do the interview when she reached out to you to do the interview and shit. You feel me? You gave, you know what I'm saying? You said that you was gonna do something, so you need to stand on business. You need to honor your word, and you need to do that and shit. You feel me?
That's
And
what
then
you did.
so just off my morals and my principles, I allowed myself to receive that message from spirit, and I was like, nah, I do need to stand on my word and shit, you feel me, and honor what I said. You know what I'm saying? And so I shook it off. I got up. I texted her. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be about 15 minutes late, but I'm on the way type shit. Got there, did the interview and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Then at the end, she was like, yeah, I know I had said that I you know what I'm saying, wanted to call you down here for this interview and whatnot, but actually I want to offer you a job.
Look at that.
Shit. Okay.
Look at that, bro.
You
Look
feel
at
me?
that.
But actually I want to offer you a job. And now I'm in position to where it's not just a job, but I'm about to be stepping into interim director. You feel me? So not just
Hold
any
on. Hold on. What that mean?
interim director, like the director of the organization.
Okay.
You feel me?
That's fire.
Hey, I got some
Fire.
shit.
Hey man, look, I am proud of you, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off, BheeYou, but I'm proud of you, bro, man. I'm proud of all these men that I'm get the luxury to talk to and have a conversation with, man. I think we have grown tremendously from the young men that we were when we all first met each other, man. I just think that y'all doing awesome things in the world, and I'm glad to know you, gentlemen.
Don't say
Appreciate
y'all,
it.
say we. We doing awesome things.
Yeah, self-included, gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hey,
appreciate
so
that.
I got some shit to say. Hey, I done got some crystals and shit now.
I seen you pour the little cup up and shit,
Yeah,
goddamn. I don't see nothing yet.
hey, money, power, respect, bruh. I'm on some shit. You
What you
inspired
mean?
me the other day.
I know. I see what you got. Some rose quartz down there.
So I already
Look
know.
like a little. It
Hey,
might be some tigers. No. That's some calcite. I
yeah.
can't see what it is in the back. That's look like a little quartz and shit back there. I see you. Yeah.
You inspired me. We had a great talk yesterday. You
Yes.
inspired me.
Dang.
You
Yeah.
inspired me.
Cuz got some nigga probably got a crystal around here somewhere on tuck.
Yeah. Hey,
Shit, I got some, I got something in the goddamn. What I got in the pocket, goddamn. Yeah, nigga, I'm the wizard. Yeah, don't play with me.
Hey, I know.
Yeah. I keep me strong and you feel me? Yeah.
Little like positivity.
Stone and shit, you feel me? I know I got something big in the book bag, probably still too. I keep, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
official too.
Well,
Yeah, I like that too. But hey, bro, been on point, bro. Whoever this is and shit, you feel me, bro? Bro, definitely locked in and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, we're gonna
Bro,
have
been
him on the
point,
show on
too.
Sunday. Mad Hatter Marshall will be on the show on Monday. So Sunday. Sorry, Sunday.
You can
So
only
y'all
walk the
tune in for
pathway
that.
that was put in front of you. You feel me? Nah, bro, definitely on point with it too and shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he been tuning in, man. Being a loyal supporter. So we appreciate you, Marshall. Hands out to you, my G.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, let's keep shit rolling. I was like, damn, I said, yes, sir. We got Skeet on that bit tonight and shit. You feel me? My nigga made it through.
Yeah, I had to take the lady out. It's her birthday. You know, I take care of her, then I take care of me. You know,
got to.
honestly,
You know what I mean? Got to.
So, Poet, how do you envision the role of art in fostering change in the coming years?
First immediate response to that question is via, again, my experience and my time in being an organizer in community and things, and also being an artist and shit, you feel me, being a part of several different movements over the past few years and different things in real time. One thing is, and it's something that I'm also trying to catalyze and seed in different ways. But anytime that like some shit needs to be moved or like people need to be like affected in a certain type of way and shit, you feel me? The artists always get called on and shit, you feel me? As soon as somebody's running for an election or trying to get something passed, they call in the poets, they call in the dancers, they call in the rappers and shit, you feel me, to come goddamn and shit, you feel me, to bring the people out and to say something deep and shit, goddamn, you feel me? But the question that I began to ask and shit, you feel me, over the last couple of years is like, why aren't we centering the artist? You feel me? Why are we always calling the artist and shit, you feel me, like at the last minute and shit? What if the artist was centered in the movement from the beginning, or centered in as a part of organizations and as a part of programs from the beginning and shit, you feel me? And actually uplifted and shit, you feel me, and encouraged, you feel me, in different ways,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like aspects of the same way that I was brought into organizing and encouraged and shit, you feel me, to use my writing and my poetry and my rapping skills and shit, you feel me, in different ways to activate, you feel me, different things. And so like yeah, that's one thing I immediately think of and shit, you feel me, is just like being able to center more artists and shit, you feel me, from the beginning or from earlier stages and shit, you feel me. So therefore we can actually have a greater effect in many different aspects of the movements that we're a part of and that we're pushing. And even like, you know what I'm saying, just personally, you feel me, like morally, that shit, it feels better. It feels righteous and shit, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's again, dipping back to some of the aspects like the conversation we had offline the other day and shit, you feel me? Like as an art form and shit, you feel me? It's like what's the value on the exchange of the energy? You feel me? What's the value on the exchange of the energy and shit? You feel me? If the value on the exchange of the energy is important enough for you to platform them when you're trying to get elected or you're trying to get a bill passed and shit, you feel me? Then that same then that value is high enough for that shit to be platformed all the time and shit, you feel me? Not just in the moment when you're trying to get something your way, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's dope. So Mad Hatter Marshall, he got a question. He says, we had Malcolm, Ali, Martin Luther King, and now there is the Black Lives Matter. Who's the face?
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got an answer to you. Give me 1 second.
I got an answer.
All right, it's an open discussion. You know what I mean? What's your answer? Who's the, Who's the face of the Black Lives Matter movement?
No, oh, that's the answer. Who's the face of it?
It says, I got a question. We had Malcolm Ali, Martin Luther King. Now we have the Black Lives Matter. Who's the face?
I think the face is. I think the face is Martin Luther, but I think it changed throughout the years and it got more aggressive, which what we needed.
I mean, well, you can't say the face is Martin Luther King because he's been dead since the 60s.
Yeah, but he started it.
Okay.
It was Black Lives Matter. It wasn't
Martin
called
Luther
Black
King?
Lives. It wasn't Black Lives Matter back then, but it started some shit.
Okay. All right.
So that's how I feel. It started some shit. And the name changed.
I think it started before Martin Luther King, but I think he may have had the popularity to bring more awareness.
He had the biggest impact.
He had the biggest impact. So, yeah. Is there no face now?
Gang said, "Who's the face now?" It depends on. Okay,
no, we the face.
Yeah, that's the best answer. That's the best answer in this moment. That's the best answer in this moment because, like, with what I know and what I'm on and where I'm at on my path and shit, you feel me? It's deeper than just the Black Lives Matter movement or the Black people's movement and shit, you feel me? First of all, it's a lot of people that don't even like, you feel me, using the word that I just used right now and shit, you feel me? Black in the law dictionary means dead and shit, you feel me? Which goes to explain why our people don't have and don't know how to activate a lot of the rights and powers that we actually do have and shit, you feel me, within this current era of the government structure that exists and shit, you feel me? But because everything is deeper and coded and shit, goddamn, you feel me? And so there are different movements and shit, you feel me? Like there's still people pushing like the Marcus Garvey, you feel me, type of movement. There's people pushing goddamn like Hebrew Israelite, you feel me, like type of movements and shit, goddamn, you feel me? There's people pushing more radical movements, you feel me? There's like yeah, bro, it's so much. There's like even different like sects of the conscious community and shit, you feel me? Like nowadays, or the motherfuckers dropping the real like spiritual and esoteric knowledge and shit, goddamn, you feel me?
Hey, so I got something to say. When I say we the face, I don't even put a color on it because there's a lot of white people that support Black Lives Movement and everything. We the people, we the face. That's how I feel.
It's the thing is though.
I'm listening.
Everybody don't.
You said what?
Everybody, I said the thing is though, everybody doesn't believe in the same things and everybody doesn't want the same things and shit, you feel me? Just like everybody, like truth, like everybody does not want to be a leader.
Right.
A lot of people in this world want to be led. They want to have somebody to look to. They want to have somebody to be the person to say, this is what we're doing. This is how we should move. This is what it is. And okay, let's do that. You feel me? And so
I think that's instilled in you. I think people are naturally born leaders. I don't think they're curated. I think they're born and manifested.
Yeah, and then you don't want to take blame. Hey, let this nigga take the blame for the shit. Hey, I support him. Hey,
Just look at I agree with what you're saying, but just to piggyback on what you're saying, Poet, look how many people prefer to be a worker than a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how many people wait for the table to be prepared for them versus doing, like you said in the beginning of our interview, create the table yourself.
Damn, I was late, but hey, yeah, I like that shit. I gotta write that shit down. Yeah, I like that.
So, to answer the question, as far as the Black Lives Matter movement, maybe there isn't a face, but as far as just forward motion of moving the people as collective, as a socialist, so that means everyone and collectively, all denominations, all ethnicities, to move the people forward. You know what I mean? If no one want to take the torch, Mister Sapiosexual will.
I like that. Okay.
And also, people got to understand this shit, though, and this why it's like it's a little deeper than rap for me because of my involvement over the past, like I said, last decade and shit. But like, still to this day, there's the confusion or the not understanding of the fact that like, and that's why it's like there is still kind of like a little bit difficult to answer the question, because there was an official organization, like there was an official on paper organization called Black Lives Matter, but the Black Lives Matter movement started before that. You feel me? So when you say that, like, you have to kind of be clear about what you're, for me to, like, when you're talking to me, you have to be clear about what and who you're talking about. You feel me? Because though one thing isn't the other. You feel me? The Black Lives Matter movement is the shit that had everybody was wigging out and tweaking, talking about they raised all this money and took everybody's money and they buying mansions and blah, 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 and doing all of that shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But that shit was also had funding from some rich white people and shit. You feel me? But not to say one thing or another about that, because there's always been rich white people funding all of the black movements here in America. Anybody can do your history. Just go on Google right now and shit. You feel me? MLK, all them motherfuckers. Like, everybody was getting money from some rich white person. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you just gotta know the difference in that and shit. You feel me? The Black Lives Matter movement started with the people that was on the streets really demanding change and other shit. You feel me? The latter was the people who had the knowledge, information, and the resources to be able to goddamn put some shit down on paper and capitalize off the shit.
Right.
Hey, I got some shit to ask you then. How you feel about, you know, when we go through some shit and black people get the looting, and then we burning down all the businesses, and then they're raising taxes, and some of the businesses we burning down are black businesses, not even knowing. Nigga might be next door to a white man.
I think that is an ignorant excuse.
Yes.
For the outrage, but no merchandise, no building can replace a life. You know what I mean? So as fucked up as it is, and I don't agree with it at all. You won't catch me out there looting, stealing, doing none of that crazy shit. You know what I mean? To me, that makes us, that pushes us back instead of pushing us forward. But if you look at, I mean, I hate to say it, if you look at our counterparts, if you look at how they riot, if you look at how what they do to bring a fourth change, is they cause a commotion. I mean, they call looting rioting, but when, you know, I hate to say it, when certain kind of people, when certain counterparts riot, they insurrect. You know what I mean? So what's really a riot? You know what I'm saying? The picket for, I mean, and let's slow down here. Looting or anything that the African American do here in America is taught. You know what I'm saying? The stealing, the burning, the killing, all that shit is taught tactics. That's not our natural essence. That's not who we are as a people. That's not how Africa runs. Now we ain't talking about the rebels in Africa. I'm talking about actual communities that's still functioning today. That's not how they operate. You know what I mean? I was just having a conversation with an African lady today from Nigeria, and she was giving me just the rundown of the culture. Like, so what I'm saying is everything here in America that they want to blame black people for, it was all taught to us from our white counterparts. So I don't like that they draw more attention on what African American parties do or African American groups do, but don't take the same initiative to have the same energy towards their own parties.
It's all a part of the program.
Hey, no, I can piggyback off that actually, because when white people win, like they up north, they win a championship, they flipping cars, they burning shit up. They don't call that looting. They fucking shit up downtown. They're doing everything.
How many people had to have their homes taken from them or got a little money for their home so that a road could come through their neighborhood?
Gang, I mean, do we understand that these, like, it's still kind of amazing when you think about the fact that I guess technically about 4 years ago or some shit now and shit. You feel me? These motherfuckers stormed the fucking state capitol.
And this nigga about to be president.
These motherfuckers stormed the goddamn federal building, gang. Like, we don't have to say no more than that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We don't even know how to riot.
Oh, we do. Motherfuckers just... I ain't gonna get into that right now.
No, lie. Hold the fuck up. Let's get into it. Hold the fuck up. Hey, let's get into it. The thing is, like, they had the upper hand. Like, it's just they make it look better than us, or like, you know. And it's the media. The media has a big thing to do with black community. It's a lot.
The other one. Blazing. The Blazing. Yeah.
You said the media has a lot to do with what? Can you repeat that one more time?
The media has a lot to do with black negativity.
The media has a lot to do with black negativity.
Elaborate. Or did you want me to?
Oh no, I'll elaborate.
You wanted me to go with what I was about to say.
Nigga, I done seen niggas killed. They picked the worst picture of a nigga. They picked the worst picture of a black. Let me tone it down. Of a black man, but you picked the best picture of another colored man or a black or a white man, and he got worse pictures than the black man on his profile.
Heard the imagery
what I'm saying?
The media. No, I'm definitely there.
Yeah.
The media that the imagery that the media uses, you feel me, and definitely very intentional and shit, you feel me, as far as creating narratives, you feel me, that support their negative agenda against melanated people. Most definitely.
And then they categorize them with mental illness. Why black people can't be mentally ill.
Well, the truth is anybody living in America and shit, you feel me, at this point is dealing with some type of mental illness and shit, you feel me, some level of mental illness and shit, goddamn, you feel me, because of the design of the country and the society and shit, you feel me, like all of these motherfucking screens that we attach to and shit, goddamn, you feel me, like all of this like, bro, do you understand how in rest in peace, you feel me, much love and respect and shit, you feel me, but like, do you understand how insane it is, all of these young folks that's been like unaliving themselves because of like bullying and shit? You know how insane that is, bro? Because you know that we would fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bully me? Like, no, nigga, we're about to throw hands. You're not about to fucking bully me.
What?
You're about to run your mouth and I'm about to punch you in your fucking mouth and shit, you feel me? I'm not about to fucking go cry and fucking
All right, so you say
like,
that
that's mental illness, G. That's mental illness on a completely different level. You feel me?
So you say that, but then they counteract it with, oh, there's way more white people here than black people, so ratios don't align.
Where? That's not true.
Hey, that's what they say.
Hold on. What's not true?
More white people being, I mean, maybe in like, certain
ratio wise, because there's a lot more white people here probably than black people.
Where? In America?
Yes.
No shot.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right, we gotta pull up statistics after.
Fuck the census and the statistics, gang.
Well, what you know that I don't know? Yeah.
Yeah, hell no. You gotta get outside type shit. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm in the house right now.
Because even if you yeah, I don't feel like necessarily going all the way there tonight, but nah, it's not. It's not more. You feel me? Maybe in a certain part of Britain, Europe, Germany, I'm talking about America. It's not more white people in America than it is goddamn black people, melanated people and shit. You feel me? Because yeah, you know what I'm saying. All indigenous people. You feel me? Like in essence, come from, you feel me, the same place.
All right, when
in deep antiquity. You feel me? Like,
so you're saying so you're saying melanated. When you're saying melanated, you mean in Hispanics, Asians, Middle Easterns. Anybody who has color to their pigment. Is that what you?
Anybody that claims something other than white or Caucasian. You feel me?
You saying if you add us all to collectively as a one group instead of dividing us separately, that we are actually the majority?
That's most definitely, but even still.
Can we look that up live or no?
Even still, to the respect of if you want to say goddamn like just black people, like, bro, it's a lot of fucking black people.
All right, let me ask you this. My lady, she's Hispanic, which is melanated. She's colored, but her skin color is white. My kids call her white. My kids think we all black and mom's white. If she was back in slavery, fucking slavery, we would have been in different sides of the motherfucking shit.
Because of her skin? No, because it would be who her father was. Whatever her father was, that's what she would be considered.
Yeah, but what if they ain't know who the fuck her father was, and they just look at that fucking color?
Oh, I mean, a lot of black people passed as white people back in the day because they had a high pigmentation.
This is where I'm going.
They're still not white though.
They're not white.
Yeah, the one drop rule is the one drop rule for a reason and shit. That won't just because they was fucking racist. It's because that shit is actual science and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? If it's fucking black, just for lack of, you feel me? Black is always going to be the dominant gene. You feel me?
Yeah, white, we changed the color.
Yeah. White is never the dominant gene. You feel me? Or any other gene, combination of genes and shit. You feel me? In the sequence when they mesh. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Black is always dominant and shit. You feel me? So it's like even that one drop, it's like, yeah, you're, you know what I'm saying?
You're a nigga.
Yeah,
you can say it.
Even in that respect and shit, you feel me? It's like, yeah, there definitely aren't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got it. Trust me and shit, you feel me? We got it. It's a lot of interesting shit and shit, you feel me, that come along with all that race shit and shit, you feel me? Like when you go back to like how race was actually created and built and shit, you feel me? Like for instance and shit, you feel me? And this comes directly from Mexican historians. And I'm not saying it like to try to be like actual historians from the country of Mexico say it out their own mouth and shit, you feel me? When Mexicans in antiquity and shit, you feel me, migrated into North America and migrated into the United States and shit, you feel me. Back in the day, they took the name Mexican and shit, you feel me, so that they would not be called black. Because they saw how black people in America were being treated as fucking slaves and picking fucking cotton. They took the name Mexican. They said, oh no, you have to go, we're Mexican. You cannot call us black people, even though we know that those are our people. We're the same. We're indigenous. No, you can't call us that. We cannot. We cannot be treated like that. And shit,
I ain't mad at him.
Facts, nigga.
I ain't mad at him.
Facts, nigga.
According to Nielsberg, I don't know how true this is. I don't know where they get their facts from. Let me see if I can pull this up for y'all so y'all can see this. Let's share this to you.
This what you got to understand about their stats and shit, though. You feel me?
No. I trust me. I'm not. I'm just telling you what's on the what. If you Google it yourself, this is what will pop up. I'm not saying that it's factual. I'm just telling you. So according to Google, white or Caucasians make up 65% of America. Black or African American makes up 12%. It says two or more races, meaning multiracials, makes up 8%.
Come on,
it said other races is at 6%. Hold on, let me keep going so I can see what else they say. Asians make up 5%. It says American Indian and Alaskan Natives is 0.84%.
Now come the fuck on, gang. Come the fuck on, gang. Again, this the difference between a nigga that listen to Kendrick and a nigga that listen to Drake. Cause do you honestly believe? No. Start at the fucking bottom. Do you believe that American Indians are less than 1% of North America's fucking population? Not even 1%. The people who are supposed to be the indigenous people of this fucking continent. They killed that many goddamn Native Americans when they came over here on them couple of ships. That is less than 1% of the population of fucking day. Do you honestly fucking believe that stat? No, nobody with a fucking logical mind would fucking believe that is truth, my nigga. What the fuck? And then if you go even back to where did it say black people? Back to bring it back up. I can't see it. What does it say black people was? 12.
Hold on. I'll bring it back up.
Gang.
Yeah.
Hey, look, and I don't even see
Hispanics. It says black and African American people was 12 fucking percent. They say that black and African people are 12% of the North American population. My nigga, according to their facts, was it not 4 times as many fucking slaves that they brought over as it was white people on them fucking ships?
Hey, look, and
I'm just saying, just coming off the top generally, wasn't it like 100, 300, 400 slaves they had goddamn packed up on them ships? I know a lot of them died and shit, you feel me, and got sick and all of that shit, but it wasn't goddamn more than 100 white men on top. So it was literally 4 times as many black people as they goddamn said that they was bringing over here, not counting the ones that was already the fuck here. Bro, get the 12%. Come on, gang. You got to be actually crazy to believe that stat. That many motherfucking Europeans came over here and multiplied, even though we're the dominant gene and they need us to kind of keep going. And so I'm not going to get into all of that shit, but gang. And this is the other thing that you have to understand about them numbers and shit, you feel me? The same way that I was talking about how Mexicans took that name coming into America. Gang, there's a lot of people that come, like foreign people that come from other countries, migrants, immigrants and shit, even people who are here and shit, you feel me, that are melanated people, but they literally identify as white. They write white down on the census. They write white down on these forms and shit, you feel me, because technically they can pass at it, and by the law and what the definitions is of these races and shit, you feel me, they can say that they're white here in this country to be able to qualify for certain things and shit. You feel me? That's another thing you have to understand about those stats. Like, I literally got in, and not just me, but other folks, like we got in arguments with folks, you feel me, in sessions and shit, like about this shit, because we literally are like, these people are trying to argue like, I identify as white, I can say I'm white, and we're like, shorty, both of your parents are from fucking Lebanon. Like, do you not understand the problem in what the fuck you're doing and shit? Goddamn, you feel me? It gives them the power to fucking put stats up like this and shit, goofy.
Hey, poet, with you saying that, I just watched this movie with my kids. It was like 683 or some shit on Netflix. And it was a girl on a train. He told all the white people to move to a certain area. And a girl, she looked white and she was like, I identify as black. So that's some shit. And then I teach my kids this shit, like literally. And that was a deep ass movie. It's on Netflix. I'll look it up right now. It's on Netflix. That was a deep ass movie. And me and my kids watched that shit. Me and my girls. Nigga, I got 5 girls.
This is my only thing. Think about the fucking what was the bit? The Rachel Dozier chick?
Yeah.
Whatever and shit. The white bitch who got the fucking skin, got all the surgeries and shit, and talking about she identifies as black now and shit. You feel me? I hate that I even mention it, because I actually like really actually don't want to get into that shit right now, but it's just a thing about like, no, that shit is wrong and problematic for so many fucking reasons. But the timeline that we're on right now, and the potential spiritual aspect to it, as far as, fuck it, I'm gonna just say it. I'm not saying that this. Please. I'm not saying that this is what I believe, that this is what it is, but I'm saying because of the knowledge that I have to accept this in my mind as a potential reality, and that is the fact that she could be an old soul, or a soul, you feel me, that previously here they were a black person or a person of color and shit, goddamn, you feel me, and for some reason and shit, you feel me, the lesson that they got sent back here to learn and shit, you feel me, or the happenstance of them being back here, you feel me, in this current time period and shit, you feel me, as a part of awakening their spiritual journey in general and shit, you feel me, like, now say for, you know what I'm saying, they might had some instances of past life regression and shit, you feel me, like I said, actually remember and, you know what I'm saying, like, and feel like and know like I was a black person and shit, you feel me, and that shit could be fucking with them on a highly mental level here currently in this time period and shit, which is something that again could potentially cause all of that type of shit with that depth, you feel me, and with that type, because if you notice, there's a lot of white people and shit, you feel me, or white skinned people with these white skins, these white meat suits walking around and shit, you feel me, that are very adamant and shit, you feel me, and got very strong feelings about these certain things that they be saying and this energy that they be standing on and shit, goddamn, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? I identify as a black woman and shit, you feel me? Like that's some, you know what I'm saying? You don't just wake up one day and shit, you feel me, and be like, I feel like I'm gonna identify as a black woman from this day forward. Like, nah, this is some shit that's been dwelling in your spirit, you know what I'm saying, for a amount of time, and was catalyzed from something very goddamn traumatic, I would say, goddamn, and shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an understanding and shit, you feel me, that if you want to call it that crazy always has a catalyst. I'll say it.
Yes.
Goddamn,
absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Because of the work and the person that I've grown to be today and shit, you feel me? Even if I'm a try to have thoughts about anything or any topic or any situation and shit, you feel me? Because of my work as restorative justice practitioner and shit, you feel me? I've kind of like trained my mind and grown into like having to, or the process of gaining as full of an understanding as possible and shit, you feel me? Therefore, I can make proper judgment, or, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give a proper assertion, if you will, and shit, you feel me? Just a proper, you know what I'm saying, explanation of my own thoughts and feelings on something and shit, you feel me? You got to do the work of gaining the full understanding and shit, you feel me, of all the different angles and perspectives possible and shit, you feel me, to be able to do that. It can't just be one-sided and not even two-sided and shit, you feel me? 3 sides at least. You feel me?
What's your take on what Manhattan Marshall says? 688. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I had to know what he referring to.
You want you to elaborate if you're still in here, Marshall? So, in the meantime, back to the music. What are some artists that you would love to collab with? Like, what is like your dream collaboration? Like now, and this could be dead, present, or alive.
Number one, still Currency. Hot Spitter. That's just a nigga that's just not even that I feel like I know that it'd just be the easiest to fucking make some music with and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like, not only because like that's one of the artists who I like look up to and it crafted and, you know what I'm saying, some of my style around and shit, goddamn, you feel me? In general, just naturally, you feel me, the artist that I am and the artist that I know of him, you feel me, like through his music and you know what I'm saying, the life that he's shown us and shit, you feel me? It's like, yeah, I just know that this is, you know what I'm saying, it'll be a vibe and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like, I already got so many songs where I shout out Spitter and shit, you feel me? Got Spitter type beats, approach the shit with Spitter type flow, with Spitter type, you know what I'm saying, thought processes and shit, you feel me? About like how I'm attacking, using certain metaphors and shit, you feel me? Talking about shit that only certain niggas is gonna understand and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it'd just be a cool little vibe and shit, you feel me? A little North Carolina, New Orleans connection and shit, you dig?
All right, so what Marsha was talking about is the movie I was talking about, 688. It's about all girls military, and it's black women, but they weren't given a chance until they tried to just throw them out there, arrest them to do. They did mailing, and they went above and beyond to prove it's black. What I told my girls, bro, me and my 5 girls, yeah, it's black girl magic.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave them a lot of motivation. And we need movies like that. Just like, what's that movie with Taraji P. Henson? I forgot the other movie too, with the astronaut shit probably. But yeah, that's the movie Marshall. That's what Marshall's writing about. Yeah, 688.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
You got to tune in.
Yeah, I ain't seen that shit. I'm gonna have to check it out. I could probably I ain't gonna lie, I doubt I'll check it out by the time we got do part 2.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, white people doubted them, not only because they were black, because they were black women. So, and then they had to prove themselves.
It's the time of the matriarch and shit too. Matriarch finna rise. That's also why I was hesitant on speaking on, you feel me, the earlier comment and shit, you feel me, about the way that some of the queens is out here dressing and carrying themselves and shit. But then, you know what I'm saying, we know how that shit go, you feel me? Like, you can say what it is, but also and shit, you feel me, there is an aspect of men needing to be mature in certain ways, and not just mature, but respectful of the feminine energy and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? You know, our queens, you know what I'm saying? We go back into antiquity and shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Our queens dress how they dress when they was in the bush. They dress how they dress when they was in the temples. They dress how they dress when they was doing that magic and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? And so just because we as all of us, not just men, but we as everybody here and shit, you feel me? Again, to go back to talking about that lower fire and shit, you feel me? Because we don't have control over our sexual energies and shit, goddamn, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like back, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the, what was it, the 60s, 70s, whenever and shit, you feel me? They was making all the women goddamn cover up and shit. I bet not even see your ankles, bitch. You feel me? I bet not even see your ankles because that shit gonna turn me the fuck on. Make me want to fuck you. That's what it was and shit, you feel me? Damn near better not let me see a goddamn thigh, a calf leg, goddamn and shit, you feel me? Damn near bust a nut. You feel me?
All right, hey, so which
like,
all right,
it's a both and, but you got to be mature enough to accept that, and you know what I'm saying. Again, you got to do your personal journeys and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Yeah,
right, so
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Especially the young queens and shit. Goddamn it, it be because we know certain shit. It be because we know that niggas and people in general are not in control of their sexual energy and shit. You feel me? No, you shouldn't be out here dressing like that. You shouldn't be out there goddamn like that and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But niggas just need to, in general, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it be about. Fuck it, just to go there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's what it be about. You see that shit, goddamn and shit, you feel me? And that energy hit your ass and shit, you feel me? And you want that shit. Period. We're not gonna beat around the bush and shit, you feel me? Not to say that every month, like the motherfuckers be like wanting to actually take, you know what I'm saying, the bodies from women and shit, you feel me? But you know, but you get turned on, you get turned up and shit, goddamn, you feel me? You dig. But you have to learn to goddamn and understand that it's like when I was talking about offline the other day, bro, like you're getting turned on by the lower fire, the sexual energy, but as soon as you realize how to goddamn move that energy into your heart fire and shit, goddamn, you feel me, and transmute it and shit, you feel me? All energy is the same. Energy is just about how intentional you are and how you utilize that shit. Goddamn,
yes,
feel me? So when you're in the goddamn the being of understanding and knowing that, like, yo, that's that divine energy and shit. Like, yeah, baby, you juicy and shit. You feel me? But I honor and respect that and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? It's just as simple as that, and keeping that shit moving and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Like under, like in the same, and under, like, nah, I'm about to go there and shit, you feel me? In the same essence of like when you step in Big Mama house and shit, you feel me? Rest in peace to all our grandmas and great grandmas that ain't here no more and shit, you feel me? But back in the day, when you stepped in Big Mama, as soon as you step in, even in Big Mama yard, you feel Big Mama energy. That's that divine energy and shit, you feel me? It's Big Mama, so it's not sexual. It don't literally make you hard, but that shit turn you up. You be like, damn, like, what is it about goddamn Big Mama that just got a nigga feeling like this type shit? You feel me? It's the same energy, but in younger women and in different women and shit, you feel me? It hits you in a different way. You feel me?
So with that being said,
that's an interesting perspective, but I'm gonna piggyback off of it just a tiny bit, not so much more. But so I had a friend that was Muslim, and he was like he was basically correcting some allegations or some false senses about his religion and the understanding of Islam. So, and one of the things he was like, do you understand that the reason why, you know, we have our women to be covered is not to control the women, it's so that the men can keep their God consciousness. You know what I mean? Because even the Bible tell you that a woman was made for glory. You know what I'm saying? So if you're speaking on the law of sexualities, if you're talking about the Holy Bible, there's laws of sexuality inside the Holy Bible that says, you know what I'm saying, that we shouldn't see the nakedness of one another. You know what I'm saying? Because it creates confusion. And especially it went into depths and said that a woman should not see another woman nakedness because it creates confusion. Because a woman was made for glory. So when another woman sees another woman in her glory and she's attracted to it without the proper knowledge of who she is and why she's attracted to this woman, now society says, oh, if you have a sexual arousal to this woman and you're the same sex, you're gay. But not letting you know that you wasn't even supposed to see her in her glory because it was made to be glorious. You know what I mean? A woman was made to be glorious. A woman was made to be alluring, you know, desirable. So it creates confusion for a woman to see another woman nakedness. That's why a lot of these women are bi-curious.
I got two responses to that quickly. First one being, and this one really more so to just be funny.
I had a response. I'm gonna let y'all handle that.
Yeah, just let me get my two in real quick. This one really to just be funny, but in all honesty, it helped me personally to accept what I need to accept and to think about the shit in a different way and shit. You feel me? It's way more women on earth than it is men.
Right.
You feel me? So even if every man had two men, there would still be a lot of women left without a man. That's all I'm saying and shit. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Everybody live their own life and shit. You feel me? That's generally how I move anyway. Like I generally don't give a fuck what anybody else does with their life as long as you're not harming me or my family or anybody that I love, anybody that I'm connected to type shit. You feel me? And ain't making the world a worse place. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Live your life type shit. You feel me? And hold on. Let me get to. Let me. And
go ahead. Say your second one.
Yeah. The second one. Yeah. To go back to some of my earlier hits, like whatever you think and shit. You feel me? First, whatever you think is your reality. Is truth and shit. You feel me? Whatever you think, whatever you believe. With that,
oh, the fuck! I gotta write that down.
Yeah. With that, as far as what I believe and shit, you feel me, about life and how shit happens. Everybody comes here to Earth realm and shit, you feel me, for a different purpose and shit, you feel me. And so, like, as far as what you just explained about what your homie explained, as far as the Muslim thing, you feel me? Yeah, that's what he thinks and believes when it's true, and then also as a part of the larger part of, like, if that's how it's lined out, you feel me, like in their doctrine or in their knowledge and shit, you feel me, then in essence to what I just said, you feel me, like that's a part of their journey and their being in this iteration of their life here in Earth realm and shit, you feel me. Me personally, in the same way how I just said about, like, I don't care, like, people live their life and shit, you feel me. I understand that all of us, like I said, are here for a purpose in Earth realm, and ultimately that purpose is towards the end goal of, like I spoke to earlier, ascension and achieving our highest selves and shit, you feel me, while we're here, not having to die and pass in that way to achieving and shit, you feel me, but learning how to actually achieve ascension while we're still here in the physical and shit, goddamn, you feel me?
Heaven on earth.
And but then also with the other side of that and shit, you feel me, like I be having to remind people and remind myself that this is the only place that we can live life in the way in which we live it and shit, you feel me? And so we are also here to live life in these flesh suits and shit, you feel me, as physical beings and shit, you feel me? And that's to say that, bruh, enjoy some of your carnal desires, some of your desires that are of man and of earthly things and shit, you feel me? Because it's the only place where we can enjoy it and shit, you feel me? We got damn, literally, we got damn phase up or down, bitch. We can't eat a cone of ice cream. I can't be fucking looking at you niggas right now on this fucking laptop over the fucking internet in 3 fucking dimensions. This the only place that I can't, you know what I'm saying, bust shorty down. Like, this the only place where we can live life as physical beings. So don't take that shit for granted. Don't be so hard on yourselves and shit, you feel me, for being human and having human urges and wanting to do human things. That's what the fuck we are, as well as spiritual beings connected to the infinite and the all. You feel me? But yeah, the one thing I got was just like, this is a download I got a couple years ago and shit, you feel me? Not verbatim, but like, from the moment that we were born, each of us were fed. And not just physically and shit, you feel me? From the moments that we were born, each of us were fed by lullabies, by bedtime stories and shit, you feel me? Up into goddamn flashcards and TV and goddamn what we were taught in school, what we were taught about racism, what we were taught about our history as being slaves. You feel me? How much time did we actually have to fucking think our own thoughts?
Think for ourselves, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Before being domesticated and shit, goddamn, you feel me? And now when we have the knowledge and coming to understanding, we have to do the job of rewriting our book of law and undomesticating ourselves to all the things that we were taught, you shit, you feel me? And learn to think and move for ourselves and reconnect to nature and to the universe and to the all and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like, we got to live our lives and shit, though, you feel me? You can't be too hard on yourself about all of the shit that goddamn was taught. Everybody know this is facts. The older we get, didn't we all realize, like, hold up, how the fuck all of the shit that they was telling us not to do and telling us not to goddamn, everybody doing this shit as adults. And not just like the niggas in the street. Like, no, like, politicians and cops and these niggas are selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers have got, like, hold up, the whole country was built off cocaine. Like, what? Like, the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything that they tried to shun black people for and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Like, white people got them capitalized and built fucking nations off this shit. Everything.
All right, so I got a question. What you know, we talk about the Bible and adultery, and Africans have more than one wife. How do you feel about that? How does that go? Like, yo, and you spoke about there's a lot more women than men. How does that go? Like, you got more than one wife. Like, adultery.
It goes. It's not adultery. Again, that's a domestication and shit. You feel me?
Okay.
That's something that we were taught and we're taught that was bad or should be looked down upon or that isn't right in the eyes of God and the Most High and shit. You feel me? All of us got pussy before, you feel me? Before we put a goddamn wedding ring on our finger. Do you really think that we going? Do you really think that we going to hell because of that? Do you really think that God gonna fucking send me to the eternal flames because I got some buns before I got them committed my life to a bitch that I'm not even with today?
Yeah.
Come on, gang. It's that deep. I make it as deep as possible. This is the type of shit. This is the type of shit that catalyzed me into being what I am today and learning what I learned and shit. You feel me? How the fuck this holy book and shit? You feel me? This. How the fuck do you have a verse or a saying that people are born sinners? How the fuck you born a sinner?
I'm pure.
Babies are the purest thing on this fucking earth.
I'm pure. Yeah.
But the world that we come in is
How the fuck you born a sinner? Your holy book is telling you this, that you're born a sinner. And so from the time that you're born, you got to commit your life to me and worship me and pray for fucking forgiveness. Kiss my fucking ass.
I got another one. All right, so black men dating outside of their race.
Just simple as that. Just gonna drop it, and that's it. We're gonna go with it.
I mean, I could go. Hey, hold the fuck up. Because hold the fuck up. Because I tried to keep it black, because that's what I was taught. Keep it black. I tried. Think all my kids mix. I can go further. I'll let you elaborate, because
again, I'm gonna start with off the top. I don't give a fuck how nobody else live their life as long as it ain't harming me, my family, or the people that I love.
Yeah,
first of all, if you asking me personally,
I'm asking you personally.
You feel me, how I feel. I just don't. I would. First of all, I could, and it's actually a little sensitive topic and shit. You feel me? Because I got I got two younger cousins and shit. You feel me? Who got white partners and shit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's cool for them. Not like cool in the sense like it's cool, but I'm saying like it's like that's cool. You feel me? Like ain't nobody like tweaking or tripping over them and shit. You feel me? Like that and shit. You feel me? Because they come from just a different generation and time period and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? They grew up a different type of way and shit. You feel me? Me though, even still, like to this day and shit. You feel me? It would never be allowed for me to bring a white girl and shit, you feel me, into either one of my grandmas. And I went straight there because you got to understand that for me personally, that's how deep it is for me and shit, you feel me? Yeah. I got to go there with it. It ain't just about dating a white girl, busting out a white girl. And I'm talking specifically about white people. I don't have no problem with black people dating nobody else. Asian, Hispanic, Japanese, Arabian, like nothing else. White person, white, German, Italian, Russian, anybody that would come to America and identify as white, no, and shit. You feel me? I could never bring a white. It would never be allowed for me to bring a white girl to either one of my grandmas. It would never be allowed for me to bring a white girl to my mother.
All right, so hold the fuck up. So if you hit it off with a white girl, saying and you're not even, I know off what you said, you're not pursuing them. You hit it off with her, and y'all niggas start vibing, and something happened. You can't.
I got a question. What makes a white woman any different than a black woman, or a Spanish woman, or an Asian woman, or Arabian woman?
One, my personal experience growing up as a black man, and I'll double back to explain that. Two, history. Our more recent history as far as in regards to, let's just say, like the civil rights era and time before and a little bit after that, even still current times in certain aspects. And And then in deeper antiquity, some theories that I look into, and in certain aspects, at least for this current time, believe, you feel me, as the truth and origin and shit, you feel me? And I can't mix with that and shit, you feel me? I'm already the type of nigga and shit, you feel me? Like nigga, I did 7 years celibate and shit, my nigga. Like,
God damn.
Niggas can't even niggas can't even go niggas can't even go 7 days without motherfucking busting a nut or trying to goddamn nigga. I went 7 years celibate and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Because when I got my knowledge and I understood, I'm like, and for lack of just to keep it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I got the juice. When you really got the juice, you can't let everybody get a sip, nigga.
Oh, you got to deserve me. Okay, I get it.
You feel me?
Okay.
And it ain't no ego shit. It's just real deal. You feel me? Like when you got the juice, you can't let everybody get a sip. You feel me? And again, going back to men having to learn to control their sexual energy and shit, goddamn, you feel me? So then goddamn, you feel me? Like I don't have to be around bitches covering up and shit, you feel me, to attain my to do what the Muslims is doing and shit, you feel me? Because I did my personal time and my spiritual work to identify the problem and the goddamn intentionally goddamn, you feel me, activate around that shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, bro.
When you got the juice, you can't let everybody get a sip.
You can't, gang. But yeah. And then I just can't, and then definitely I can't, and then double, triple because of that. I damn sure can't, you feel me? Now I can't, goddamn. I have bust one. I done bust one a white joint and shit, you feel me? But
my question wasn't if you could be with one. My question is what makes them different.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. So that's what I was saying about as far as the current, more like the current. Okay, so to double back to my experience and shit, you feel me? Like growing up and shit, you feel me? Like every problem that I had as a young nigga and shit, you feel me, was because
and that might be a joint, my boy.
Was
he
because
asked if you smoking a joint on Instagram.
A white woman. I had to patch it up. You know how we keep it G. It was a wood, but that shit had some goddamn cuts in it and shit, so I had to patch it up. Goddamn, you feel me? Oh, god, there's some CBD, you know.
We don't promote other stuff. Yeah,
you know.
Relaxation.
CBD, you know what I'm saying? Hemp. But yeah. It's so like, growing up as a young nigga, like every problem that I had was because of white women and shit. You feel me? Like besides like two, and it was funny because it was like once I got to the public school and shit, besides two of my white teachers stared on white women. But every other white teacher that I had always like gave me problems, like always like got me in trouble and shit, like always just goddamn, you feel me? Goddamn, you feel me? And motherfuckers always thought that I was tweaking and tripping and shit until one day, like I got in trouble, in some bad trouble. And I'm trying to tell my parents, like, this lady is fucking with me and shit. And it was literally by the grace of God. Like when we got to the fucking office, this one black teacher in there, Mr. Lilly, was there and shit. You feel me? And he was goddamn, he seen it like it was like some shit going on. And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, this your son, y'all his parents? Like, yeah, he's a good kid and blah, 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 blah. And then they explained to him, like, well, we're here because Miss Corley got damn and shit, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as he was like, oh no, Miss Corley said that. And then, you know what I'm saying, the adult like had to break down to him, like, oh no, like her whole family's racist. And I'm not even like just saying, like, no, like generations, like her father and her father's father, like, no, they're racist. They're like down, like, you know what I'm saying, they're rednecks, like they are racist and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? I promise you, like, if she's saying some shit, she's really fucking with him and shit. I know your son. He's not doing no crazy shit in here, goddamn and shit. You feel me? Trust me, I wouldn't let him do no crazy shit as a black man and shit. You feel me? And you know, black man to black man, niggas really feel that shit. They hear that shit. So they was up until that point. Then once that happened, my parents, you you know what I'm saying, seen the different light and started believing me when I was telling them shit about these white women always fucking with me and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? And like, yeah, bro, like just a personal experience growing up like that and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Like knowing it just like for no reason and shit. You feel me? Motherfuckers really don't genuinely fuck with me and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? I'm gonna move off the energy and shit. You feel me? I ain't gotta goddamn be pressed to you know what I'm saying? I'm not him. There be other motherfuckers that be about all of this trying to goddamn bring the races together and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? That shit's cool. I'm about unity and oneness and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? But like, I ain't gotta force that shit, gang. And I got personal experience that roots me in something real to where goddamn I stand on what I stand on and shit. You feel me? And then going, but you know what I'm saying, then to double back to like them time errors and shit, goddamn, you feel me? That shit extend past that, goddamn, and shit, you feel me? You understand how crazy it is to be in a country where goddamn black, like technically goddamn and shit, you feel me? Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it a time period where black men could even vote and white women still couldn't even fucking vote in this country and shit, you feel me? And they still hated, and they still hated us more than they hated their own fucking husbands. Bitch, your husband says that you still don't even deserve the right to vote, and black men have the right to vote, and you still hate us more. You feel me? Any individual and shit, you feel me? They just got to be a white woman, but it was white people doing this shit. So any woman that has that even thinks like that and shit, you feel me? That shit get passed down, gang, and shit, you feel me? Motherfuckers might have learned some shit and changed their ways. Some people and shit, you feel me, seen their parents and their grandparents and how they acting like and decided, you feel me, as individuals, no, I'm not gonna be like that and shit, you feel me? I'm not gonna be racist. I'm not gonna follow in that path. And I appreciate that and shit, goddamn, you feel me? But I've also still had the experience, and we all have still had the experience to this day. And it's even crazier nowadays because nowadays these motherfuckers just be racist, call you a nigga, call you all type of shit, and they're literally like you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we done really had heart to hearts with niggas, like pull niggas in the Xbox Live parties, bro, the gang, and niggas will be like, bro, honestly, like I don't even know why I do this shit. Like I just say this shit because I know it makes y'all mad, because I know it gets under y'all skin. Like, these are the type of motherfuckers who are racist nowadays. They literally don't even know why they're racist, just because their father does it, you know what I'm saying, was like this, and their grandfather was like this. And they just know they goddamn, well, they don't like black people, so I'm not supposed to like black people neither. I'm not supposed to like Asian people, you know what I'm saying?
So do you feel like it's diluting itself though as time goes, or
so,
how do you?
But the thing is, like, I'm playing devil advocate here. So, like, I heard of everything that you said, but your answers were more of why you dislike and why you don't personally date white women versus what is different about a white woman and a black. Like, to me, what makes a white person different than a black person when it comes down to it? Like, what is the difference between any other ethnicity?
How do you feel?
Are we not all human? Are we not all human?
How do you feel when I say black girl magic? Rhetorical. How do you feel when I say black girl magic?
It doesn't make me feel anyway.
How does it say black girl magic?
Black girl magic.
Say white girl magic.
White girl magic.
It don't sound right. That's what he's saying.
Come on, Skeet. You with this shit deeper than trying to be goddamn, you feel me? Superficial.
But we're not black though.
Like nah.
The terminology black was placed on you.
It's bruh. Like even just that shit don't even roll off the tongue right. You feel me? What is black girl magic? What is black girl magic? I'm gonna let motherfuckers get in the comments or whatever after when they see this shit later. Goddamn, you feel me? What is black girl magic and shit? You feel me? What is white girl magic? See, you gotta even do that face when you ask, what is white girl magic? What is
black girl magic?
What is white girl magic? See, white girl magic can even make you feel skeptical when you say this shit.
No, it's defined.
What is white girl magic? What is black girl magic? You already know what black girl magic is. Cocoa butter emotions. It's got that. You feel like you feel me? Like it's a. You know what I'm saying? I'm
not
not gonna play that game with niggas. Spiritually, you feel me? Spiritually, shit is what it is. But here in the physical, like I said, we're here. That's the only place we could be here. Here in the physical 3D world and shit, you feel me? It is a difference in shit, you feel me? It is a difference between people. I don't fall for that.
We all have our own uniqueness. But I feel like we're all collectively humans.
Yeah, I don't fall for that. I don't fall for that propaganda and shit though, goddamn and shit. You feel me? We are all connected and shit. You feel me? We are all of the Most High and shit. You feel me? But like I said, we are all here living a individual human experience, not individual in the way to say, like I said, we are connected and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? Spiritually and shit. You feel me?
Personally, everybody's individually,
but physically and shit. You feel me? Like that's a part of what I'm saying. Like the purpose is and shit. Goddamn, you feel me?
But
like
if we all
why motherfuckers got to break that barrier and that code and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? The Most High is interested in your perspective of life. Why the fuck else would you be here? Motherfuckers be doing a lot of searching and trying to figure out what life is about and shit and what's the purpose and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? I figured it out. You're here to live your fucking life from your perspective, from your view. That's what the Most High Universal God is interested in and shit. You feel me? They say the universe is ever expanding, right? They say the universe is ever expanding, right? So that means that I have to trust and know and understand that as an extension of the Most High and shit. You feel me? I'm contributing to that expansion. Every moment, every thought, every breath and shit, you feel me, is contributing to the expansion of the universe, my nigga. But it's still twofold. You feel me? It's still the balance of me knowing that I'm a God, knowing that I have the power to literally move fucking mountains and shit, you feel me? And moving like that in real time in the physical, but also being led by spirit and shit, you feel me? It's a double fold, gang.
Mad Hatter says, if you like me, black girl magic is in the kitchen and white girl magic was in the bedroom. I was raised, I remember hearing that black girls don't give oral.
Hey, yo, that was the goddamn... that was the skinny back in the day though and shit when niggas was first growing up, young busting and shit. Goddamn, you feel me? That's funny as shit. But goddamn, I think that theory has been infinitely debunked by today's standards. Cause yeah, every shorty that I done ever had, you feel me, they gave that supreme wop. You heard. Talking about guacamole. Guacamole with the side of mac and cheese. You heard me.
We go keep it artsy. So how was growing up in North Carolina influence your work and your perspective on art and activism?
It's then that nigga Skeet hopped off. Or his shit probably got went dead or something. But it's interesting because North Carolina an interesting place and shit, goddamn, you feel me? It's we East Coast, but then it's like we
Southern.
Yeah, we the South and shit, you feel me? And then like even North Carolina itself, like we got like Raleigh and Charlotte, you feel me? But then we got like the more rural country areas and shit, you feel me? Even though I was talking about my folk, like pops from Winston-Salem, my mama from West Baton. So like it's definitely an interesting perspective. But then generally growing up and shit, you feel me? Like all of the shit that we heard, you feel me, coming up, it was like, you know what I'm saying? We had our couple of people and shit, you feel me? And then all of the local motherfuckers, but like all of the motherfuckers we was hearing major is like, we hearing the New York artists, we hearing the California artists, we hearing, you know what I'm saying, the Atlanta artists, the Texas artists and shit, goddamn, you feel me? So it was interesting kind of like finding, I guess, like my own style and shit and my own kind of lane and shit, you feel me? Being influenced by so many different types of artists and shit, you feel me? I think one thing about being from North Carolina, it's always I think it's always like a lot of people always what do you call it? I guess what do they call it? Like life rap and shit, you feel me? Or lifestyle rap and shit, you feel me? I think that's what they calling it nowadays and shit, you feel me? But like generally and shit, you feel me? Like the kind of lifestyle rap and shit, you feel me, that you get out of somebody from North Carolina and shit, you feel me? Like even when you think about like I don't know, I guess these are just the first three niggas that come to my mind. When you think about like from P.D. Pablo to J. Cole to the Baby and shit, you feel me? Like they all three completely, you know what I'm saying, different type of goddamn rap artists and shit, you feel me? But like all these niggas come out of North Carolina and shit, you feel me? Over different, you know what I'm saying, time periods and shit. And I think that just speaks to and shit, you feel me? Like the different type of capabilities that you get from I just say like a section like this and shit, you feel me? Like not to knock or say anything, but like, you know, generally and shit, you feel me? Like most, you know what I'm saying, West Coast artists sound the same or similar. Most niggas from New York and shit, you feel me, and from the North sound the same or similar and shit, you feel me? A lot of people from Atlanta and the Deep South sound the same and shit, you feel me? Even over the different time periods and shit. I will say that like Atlanta and the South, you feel me, you do like North Carolina, you do get different types of goddamn styles and shit though, you feel me? Like at concurrent times and shit, you feel me? For instance, like how we, you know what I'm saying, we got like Outkast to come out of Atlanta at the same time that we got your Jeezy and Gucci to come out of Atlanta and shit, you feel me? At the same time, you got your like your I don't even know what to call it and shit, you feel me? But you're like your new trap, if you will, and shit, you feel me? Because like in the same way that it's a difference between like gangster music and trap music and shit, you feel me? Like the trap music that Gucci and Jeezy and shit, you feel me, put out. It's a difference between like that Gucci and Jeezy trap music and like that newer age like trap or street shit that niggas is putting out, whatever you want to call it and shit, you feel me? So, but yeah, North Carolina, yeah, even myself and shit, you feel me? Like it's a lot of yeah, even just thinking about the day, you feel me? Like, and then even more on the local scene, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of sounds here in NC and shit, you feel me? Like, you could pretty much get anything that you want out of this motherfucker right now. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, any type of sound that you want, like, it's somebody that's fucking doing that shit, you feel me? It's a lot of young niggas out here and shit, too, that's really goddamn, like, that's really making some good ass music, and that's good, like, actual performers and shit, too. Yeah, and all of that type shit, like that shit keep me inspired as well and shit, you feel me? Seeing other people, you know what I'm saying, like being themselves and shit, you feel me, and like and doing their thing, it like helped me double down on like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like kick my shit too and shit, you feel me? So niggas don't forget, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't a lot of motherfuckers that sound like me, if any. For real.
Speaking of your sound, do you have some music that you want to drop with us today, or you want to kick something, or you know, this is Art for Change.
Shit, I can play some shit. I can play. We can play something off the album.
Well, let's hear something off the album, my man. Shout it out. Tell us what the name is. Tell it where they can find it. All that good stuff.
What I should play, cuz? I already know what you're gonna say. It's your Raku Cypher.
I was gonna say that, but
Renegon? Oh, no, I ain't going back to that album. That's last year's album. We're gonna play the new shit. We can goddamn. All right. Yeah, okay, we kick that. It's just great. You want me to? You gonna pull it up and play it, or you want me to?
No, yeah, I want you to pull it up and we'll so everybody can hear it on the live.
All right, and actually, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. Okay, so
guys, share the tab and make sure the audio is connected.
Got you. Let me present. Share. Bow.
While you pulling that up, tell the listeners where they can find you.
Oh yeah. I'm about to do it all in real time. Y'all see me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So oh shit. I'm gonna just go to YouTube. But yeah. Larry the Poet. Larry space the Poet. That's on all platforms. Okay, that's that shit. Larry the Poet on all platforms. Whatever you listening on, Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. I got the Spotify joint up there right now. But I just dropped the album in November called Manifestation. You feel me? As I was saying earlier and shit, you feel me? Like yeah, this is the first project, you feel me, really that I kind of put out like for like everybody else as well and shit, you feel me? Like it's really got the deep concept and shit, you feel me? When you just look at the title like Manifestation, like you can take it for directly as what you think it means and shit, goddamn, you feel me? But also by listening to the entirety of the project, you'll be able to understand the depths and shit, you feel me, of all of the messages and the archetypes that I'm conveying. But I'm gonna play track number 5 for you. It's called Ichiraku Cipher and shit, you feel me? And just to, because I ain't done this before and I kind of want to do it just to give a little bit of background. I usually don't do this shit, you feel me? But because y'all the homies, sauce it up a little bit. But Ichiraku Cipher and shit, you feel me? On this mixtape and shit, you feel me? So last year and shit, you feel me? I had actually finally got intentional and took the time out to watch the Naruto series in its entirety and shit, goddamn, you feel me? Because people have been telling me to goddamn give it the proper watch through. And I did that and shit, you feel me? And so coming out of that along with a lot of other things and shit, you feel me, that fuel like some of these bars and concepts and some of these archetypes and shit, you feel me, that I highlighted on this album. And so Ichiraku Cipher speaks to the Ichiraku Ramen restaurant and shit, you feel me, that's highlighted in many different episodes and shit, you feel me, throughout the series. And usually when they at the Ichiraku and shit, you feel me, it's like, you know, it's always a little conversation and shit, you feel me, or like something that happens and shit, you feel me. And so like this is my take on like, you feel me, as the archetype that I'm portraying and shit, you feel me, and like what the conversation is and shit, you feel me, as if I was, you feel me, playing that scene and shit, you feel me, like at the Ichiraku and shit, you feel me, while we eating our ramen and shit, you feel me, having just got done with a mission, maybe about to go start a mission type shit, you feel me. And so just wanted to say that just to remind niggas and let niggas know, you feel me, that this shit always deeper than rap for me and shit, you feel me, but it's like, you know, it's cool at the same time. How, we ready?
We ready. We ready, family. Go ahead.
Okay, let's go.
I know that sin, but it's not a Michael Jackson bumbo class element. And a little for the next one named Prince Element, and then kind of little big back.
Look, super clean, riding dirty, least I found a purpose. Keep the beef, stack my cheddar, serve a pound in person. This my life, you niggas did it for the gram though. Plus you sneaky, got some extras up your sleeve, I call them Danzo. I understand why people told me I would like Itachi, but my rap style a copy ninjas, kinda like Kakashi. They discontinued all the Roshi, so I got Hirachis. I love herb, I needed food, and so I got hibachi. How you pop up when I pop out, I guess it's perfect timing. How you get in when you locked out, they give off certain vibes. If we locked in and I pop off, I'm finna change the climate. Them bitches see you make it rain and they gon' change their minds. If this was something else for scissor, yeah, my baby won. Crystal and a pistol, you can choose, but you gon' stay with one. Hey, this my life, you niggas did it for attention. I ain't eat nothing for breakfast, had to make sure I got dinner. He sound like push, he sound like spitter, fuck it, I'll accept it. I'm from the east, I'm pushing peace, so shout out my connections. This shit like Goku versus Cell, you niggas not perfected. I could leave my son to catch the phase, you niggas not impressive. I hit the beach, I mess off Myrtle, trying to find some rest. I'm more like Martin, but they treat the kid like Malcolm X. Swear every lesson I done learned seems like the final test. Approach with caution though, cause them could be your final steps. Was broke as hell, but living life like I had got it all. Before these bitches broke my heart, no, I was not a dog. Before these women broke my heart, no, I was not a guy. A lot of niggas probably got it in, but never got it all. The things that made me, that's the same shit that they know me for. Plus I put them on the game that they ain't even know before. Doing all that talking, we can play a game and show me yours. But I'm still on G-time, fuck around and start a holy war. Free Palestine and free Sudan and free the Congo. I got niggas under sixes, I got niggas under Shango. Hold up, yeah, I'm on weed, yeah, I'm on lick, yeah, I'm on shrooms. But I got shorties under Eastern Star and some of the ocean. I'm the wizard, I come from the east, I came here to coach you. I don't never show up late or early, right when I'm supposed to. Know my face up in the credit union, know I'm going coastal. I got scissor, all them other bitches dead, that's why I ghost you. He sound like push, he sound like spitter, fuck it, I'll accept it. I'm from the east, I'm pushing peace, so shout out my connections. This shit like Goku versus Cell, you niggas not perfected. I can leave my son to catch the fade, you niggas not impressive. I hit the beach, I mess off Myrtle, trying to find some rest. I'm more like Martin, but they treat the kid like Malcolm X. Where every lesson I done learned seems like the final test. Approach with caution though, cause them could be your final steps.
Yeah, shout out to my guy, Sage of Seven Paths, out there in Jersey. Excellent producer and shit. Connected with gang over the threads and shit, you feel me? Started feeding me and shit, you feel me? Man, all I gotta say is wait till niggas hear what I got lined up for 2025. You feel me? Shout out Blank the Tank, shout out Raul, shout out Joel Venom, Uno Umi, shout out Sauce. Shit. I don't know, I'm forgetting a lot of niggas and shit, you feel me? But shout out to any of them. I mean, shout out Slick, shout out Chuck, shout out AB, you feel me? Shout out anybody, everybody and shit, you feel me? That done laced me, that's keeping me laced and shit, you feel me? Got a lot of shit on the way. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, drop your socials one more time for the folks.
Yeah, the only thing I really be on and shit, you feel me, is Instagram. But yeah, Poet East Wizard. I typed it in the chat right there and shit, you feel me? But Poet_East_Wizard on Instagram. You follow me up there. You can get connected any way you need to or want to and shit, you feel me? I answer DMs. You DM me, you get my email address. You feel me? My phone number if you really need to type shit, just ask for it. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be getting ready to push a lot of content and shit, you feel me? Yeah, I'm in the process of just I really think I'm actually gonna be intentional about spending the time to like go back and get a lot of the visuals finished and shit, you feel me, that I need to get finished from some of the past projects and shit, you feel me, then bring that shit back up to date and shit, you feel me, with the most recent project and shit. So yeah.
I love that, my boy. I love that, man. We appreciate you hanging out with us, man. We finna wrap up part 1 for the day, man. But before we go, cuz let everybody know when the album drop.
The next one? I can't even say, honestly. I ain't got no date. I will say that I got.
What single? What the next single dropping?
I ain't thought about dropping no single for real. That'll be spur of the moment if it happened. You feel me? That might be a part of the new rollout and shit. You feel me? I might give niggas a single. I ain't been liking to do that recently though. I even been seeing by like, you know what I'm saying, just by the trends and shit. You feel me? Like the people like when I drop whole projects and shit. You feel me? Like they react, you know what I'm saying, better when I drop, you know what I'm saying, whole joints and shit, you feel me? And so I've been giving them what they've been asking for and shit, you feel me, just based off the data. But I do got, I got about 4 joints on wax for real. But like, as far as like next year, I got 2 like really solid like projects that I'm really like focusing on and shit, you feel me, type shit. Anything else, you know what I'm saying, might happen in the meantime, in between time. But yeah, I really got 2 joints that I'm focusing on next year. Like I said, them on wax. But yeah, I want to spend some time on the visual game and shit, you feel me, so I can gain a little bit more reach. And I got a lot of ideas and shit, you feel me. And now with the way that a lot of the technology is and the different things that people are able to utilize, I'm able to actualize some of my visions and shit, you feel me, now. Definitely in a more affordable way, and in a way that actually brings to life and shit, you feel me, like what I got inside my head.
Yes, sir.
All right, hey, so I got a question.
You want to let them shut down? Huh? And we do it offline, or you?
No, you talking about spur of the moment. Let's spur the moment.
Well, fuck it. I'm here.
Hey, we'll drop one. We'll talk after. But we're gonna spur the moment on our podcast. We're gonna spur the moment.
Fuck it. What's up?
That's what we're gonna do. Not tonight, but we're gonna plan it right, and then we're gonna drop you right, and then you gonna drop yourself right, and that's how we're gonna do it.
Say less.
All right, that's how we're gonna do it.
I thought you was about to say play some shit right now. I'm about to say, nigga, I'll leak some shit. That ain't nothing.
Leak some. Hey, I was about to say that next. Hold the fuck up. All right, leak some shit there.
I'll leak some shit there. You feel me? Hold up. Let me go back to the goddamn. I'll give y'all a leak real quick. Damn. Yeah, I gotta stand on it now because I said it. Let me see.
So we had a commenter say, I'm just now reading comments from Instagram. We had a commenter say, first they said to end racism. Then they said that black girl magic is like saying black girls are better than white girls. They said just like saying white girl magic is saying that white girls are better than black girls. Same things for brown girls.
That's what they think, and that's their opinion. That's not the actuality of what the statement means, and that's not the actuality of what I meant by it either. Again, this goes back to the thing. This goes back to the whole Black Lives Matter as the statement, not as the organization that was on document, but we saying Black Lives Matter and they saying all lives matter.
Right.
This is exactly what that is. We saying black girl magic. You're saying that black girls are better than white girls. No, it's not. That's not at all what I said. If that's what I was saying, that's what I would have said. Not once here did you hear me say that black people are better than anybody else. Not one time on this podcast. You can go back and check the receipts. Not one time did I say that or even allude to that and shit. You feel me? Black girl magic, the same as black boy magic, is honoring and giving the flowers for what we are, the experience that we have had in our lives and shit, you feel me? And giving us something, you feel me, to believe and stand on, because our entire lives, people that don't look like us and people that do look like us have told us that we aren't shit. Facts or not?
I love how he got passionate about that.
And it's not anger. That's exactly what it is. Passion. You feel me? Because again, like I said, I would never let nobody insult, and not saying that this is what that person was trying to do, but just in general, I'll never let anybody try to insult my intelligence and shit, you feel me? Or try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about and shit, you feel me? You did.
Respect.
A little leaky leak, but I like that shit though. Again, you feel me? Like that's what this shit is about and shit, you feel me? Have real dialogue and shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's reality is different and shit though, you feel me? Now, if that person is still here, you feel me? They've heard me say what I say, you feel me? Now they might have a different perspective or a fuller perspective and shit, you feel me? Whether it's to, in general, just anything that I've said tonight, or to the actual bigger picture of what we were talking about, you feel me, in that moment and shit, you feel me, right? It ain't about me trying to be right or them being wrong, or you feel me? It's just about like, this is where we have to be at and shit, you feel me? You got to be able to trade thoughts and shit and feelings and shit, you feel me? Be able to take and receive, you feel me, and just understand and shit, you feel me? Even if they walk away still believing and shit, you feel me, what they said, that's cool. You know what I mean?
Respect.
Let me see. I'm not gonna play neither one of them because they ain't really ready.
Don't give away too much, bro.
I'm just gonna play one. I was trying to think I could play like some unreleased shit, like some shit that didn't make some of the past albums, but I think I want to just let y'all hear like one of these little freshies real quick, like an actual leak, some shit that you gonna actually not potentially, but that you actually gonna hear in the future.
So Mad Hatter says, that's like saying that's my queen or slay queen. They used by both races. So he basically saying that it's just a term of endearment versus basically saying that because I'm saying black girls rock, that automatically means white girls don't. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that that's just a term of endearment for black women.
Mm-hmm.
I like reiterating my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this podcast is for all denominations, all ethnicities. You know what I'm saying? So, and from everybody, and everybody's entitled to their own perspective and understanding.
You did. Damn, it's either gonna be one of these two because I want niggas. Astral Plane or Exit 9.
Hey, play Astro.
Okay.
Yeah, play Astro.
For black people. Everybody got his for black people. Yeah, when black people come, you can't think about it. It's crazy.
Look, ain't nobody even looking for ops. He slide with a yop, I slide with a yiggy. Ain't nobody even looking for thighs. She giving me top, look, why am I lazy? Where the fuck is you getting your stripes? You way out of town, earn mines in the city. Where the hell is you getting your info? Been on my mode, you can tell I'm a sicko. Ain't nobody even looking for clout. I'm up in the clouds, I'm higher than chimneys. And I learned how to swim from my Pisces. Colder than ice to get hotter than fish grease. Ain't nobody even looking for Bob. She open her legs like I'm trying to live free. Where the hell is you getting your info? I've been ashamed of these bitches like Lizzo. I'm a dog, let me out of the kennel. End of the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny. I'm a guy, so I came with a crystal. Born in the east, so I came with a signal. If you checking the pot, I've been cooking like currency with a little flavor of Nipsey. Grew up with those, came with some 60s, Biggie from 30s, that's how the shit be. I'm cool with some bloods from the same side, ain't tripping, that's just how the shit be. Rest in peace, Umar, rest in peace, Brian, I miss him, that's just how the shit be. Some people got plugs, some people got ties, it's mixy, that's just how the shit be.
Some niggas gon' ride, some niggas gon' die, hurt to know that's how the shit be.
I'm a dog, let me out of the kennel. After the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny. Ain't on some bullshit, something like Cartman. I'm on a mission like Jimmy and Timmy. Sorry, I know I've been gone for a minute. Had to lay low, cause them folks try to kill me. That got me back in my mode. Now I'm here to take everything that they want trying to give me. Ain't nobody even looking for ops. He slide with a yop, I slide with a yig. Ain't nobody even looking for thighs. She giving me time. Maguire, ma. Where the fuck is you getting your stripes? You way out of town, earn miles in the city. Where the hell is you getting your info? Been in my mode, you can tell I'm a sicko. Ain't nobody even looking for clout. I'm up in the clouds, I'm higher than chimneys. And I learned how to swim from a Pisces. Colder than ice to get hotter than fish grease. Ain't nobody even looking for Bob. She open her legs like I'm trying to lip read. Where the hell is you getting your info? I've been ashamed of these bitches like Lizzo. I'm a wizard, come chillin' at AP. Meditation got me feeling like Aki. Young God, I'm a son of Osiris. Old raps got me feeling like AC. I'm giving the best, but gotta do more. I'm tired of seeing the same things. I'm just trying to make sense of my main thing. Smoking purple, but the mission to gain green. I'm a god, but I live like a rebel. Ain't no one pulling my string like Geppetto. Heard you a puppet, I'm moving petrol. Born in the east, I got love for the ghetto. Kill the beat, I can do acapellos. Everything real, I don't do hypotheticals. Shorty will pull on my string like a cello. Do it for Lando, get my dinero.
I'm me out of the kennel. After the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny.
I'm a dog, let me out of the kennel. End of the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny.
Yeah, ain't nobody even looking for ops. She slide with a yop, I slide with a yiggy. Ain't nobody even looking for thighs. She give me time, Maguire, my Lizzie. Where the fuck is you getting your stripes? You way out of town, earn miles in the city, nigga. Where the hell is you getting your info? Been in my mode, you can tell I'm a sicko. Ain't nobody even looking for clout. I'm up in the clouds, I'm higher than chimneys. And I learned how to swim from a Pisces. Colder than ice, but get hotter than fish grease. Ain't nobody even looking for Bob. She open her legs like I'm trying to lip read. Where the hell is you getting your info? I've been ashamed of these bitches like Lizzo.
I'm a dog, let me out of the kennel. After the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny. I'm a dog, let me out of the kennel. After the show, I guess I'm killing Kenny.
Yeah.
Definitely fuck with that one. The album was fire, now I got the album on repeat when I'm in the car, man.
Appreciate that.
For sure, family, for sure.
Yeah, it's an unreleased joint and shit. You feel me? Yeah, that one was laced with a lot of hidden messages and shit. You feel me? I definitely have to explain that in the future.
So you gotta decode it, huh?
Yeah. And they ain't gonna get that one off the top and shit. You feel me? Definitely gonna have to have a little bit of explanation.
You have to do a commentary on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And we appreciate you coming in, rocking out with us, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate you for having me, man.
Anytime, bro. You know you can come back. This is part one. We definitely got to do part two with AB and BheeYou from start to finish. But salute to everything that you got going on, my brother, man. And most importantly, baby, continue art for change.
Hey, much love, much peace.
Yes, man. Be blessed, bro. Peace and love. We finna end the live, y'all. Y'all be blessed out here. Appreciate everybody that stayed in tune with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell if you're on YouTube. Peace and love. Art for change.
Peace.